Party time. Mic check, mic check. Party time brews. James. What up, Brian Brew and Barbecue? Brian Brew and Q. Brian Brew and Q. What's going on, man? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I know. It wasn't Photoshop. We live? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Party time. Can you send me a invite on your on the Discord, por favor, man? Much love. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Wednesday night. It is the last Wednesday of this April, and we're hanging out, man. What's up, Darren? How are you, Barrage? Just got back from Asheville a little bit ago. What's going on, Zach? How are you? Chris Radiation in the house. We're here. Yeah, we're back, man. Let us know what you're drinking tonight. I got a high wire, low pitch hazy IPA. Hazy IPA, dry hopped with juicy American hops. I bought this in Asheville, and I didn't drink the beers that I bought, so I brought them home. It's pretty mellow in Asheville, man. What up, Trevor? What up, Bold? As Brass Home Brewing, G60 in the house, man. Hey, party time. All right, let's get you in here, you Barrage. Really quick, I want to give love to everybody, all the Barrage Army in here, man. Much love. Thank you. It's good to be back. Put out some shit content today, just kind of some filler content. I didn't have time. I was editing. I was partying in Asheville with Apartment Steve and Kyle and Emmett and Lawson and all the barrages out there. But much love to everybody. As always, Theron, Chris Rady, Rad Eye, Radiation, Brian Brew. I'll get you in here in a second, party time. I got my mini feed right here. What's up, Meso? Good to see you back, man. Thank you for the super chat, you Barrage. Ron Barnes, much love. Seems like owning a brewery is the easiest part. Yeah, Ron Barnes is always showing love. Ryan, a.k.a. Ryan Sandberg. Chris Ratty, he's in there. Jorge the man. Thank you to Jorge and Steve who were here last week. That was a lot of fun. Aliaz, I call him Aliaz, and he's the Barrage. Good to have him in here. And let's get this going, man. Let's get this going. Without further ado, we've got the Barrage up here in Nova Scotia, and it's late his time, so let's get him in here. We're going to go to Don't Switch, and we're going to pull in Mr. James. Party time brews. Come on down.
Wow. Child, seriously.
Does that work? See if we can get it to work first time. Charm. There he is. James, how we living?
Hey, not too bad. How's it going?
I'm good, man. You know what? I just did my laundry, and I got my black party time shirt that I got to put on for this.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I see that. I see that. Let me straighten this out a little bit. I'll make mine a little bit smaller, man. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Just keeping it real. I'm doing laundry as well. Kids pissed to bed again last night. It's awesome. I love it.
Sorry to hear, man.
That's the kind of stuff we need to talk about on the happy hour.
Let's do it. First and foremost, man, I got to ask you, man, what was the water temperature in that last video when you jumped in that Mighty Ducks lake?
That's she's I don't know, it's icy, so probably maybe 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, which I think is around probably under 40.
Oh my God. How long were you in there?
Not too long, just enough to do that one attempt, and then I also had another failed attempt that I framed wrong, and so I basically got like chest down, so I had to redo it.
To anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, you got to look at the intro of Party Time's last video, and there's a link to his channel in the description of this video, and it is some pretty ballsy, no pun intended. He jumps in a. Was that like just a random lake out there? Or was that like
Yeah, a lake? I'm on a lake, so I just went down to the lake.
And how do you get out of it? You're just holding onto the ice without hoping it doesn't break?
I wasn't too deep. I was only like waist height, so I just walk up.
Oh man, yeah.
It's not as glorious as it looks.
I would never do that. You got more balls than I do, Barrage. So yeah.
Not anymore.
What's up? Not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, they go.
Well, right on, man. Yeah, this is sorry. We talked about doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays from here on out. The Tuesdays could be a little bit flaky. If I'm caught up with everything, we could do a Tuesday. But Wednesdays will always be here. And for those who are new to this is Party Time Brewing. He's out there in Nova Scotia. I'm newly out here as of Knoxville. What up, Jorge Castro? How are you, Braj? What up, Patrick Sandy? And this will always be here Wednesday nights, but Tuesdays are going to be kind of hit or miss. So I apologize for that. And I was in Nashville all weekend, so I couldn't edit. So there was no Homebrew for Life video this week. And I don't know. I didn't want to do a happy hour. I don't like doing the happy hour unless I put out content. I don't know why, but I don't know. What up, Scott S? What up, Michael Wall? But he's got a good video, and I learned a lot about cold lagers. Or what are the three that you broke down?
Cold IPAs, just basically.
IPL?
I don't know. I don't know a heck of a ton about them, but I know the IPA is just your regular one brewed with whatever yeast. And normal IPLs when you're basically doing an IPA with a lager yeast, and then cold IPA is kind of regular IPA, but you can use like a little bit of adjuncts in it, and as well when you're doing the fermenting, you're using a lager yeast, but you're fermenting at ale temperature, so it's a little bit different there. I'm still trying to. I should have brewed like three together and compared them. That would have been a way better video, but also a heck of a lot more work.
You broke it down though. You broke all three of it down. You did a good job with. You do a good job with your. Is that just Photoshop graphics when you do the pink?
I'm just using the Premiere graphics for that stuff. It's pretty good for just throwing the quick stuff in. I don't think it has the like flexibility for effects or anything like that. But it seems just using plain text, and it'll let you make something look half decent.
It looked good, man. Good job on that video.
Cheers.
Yeah. Can we get you over 1,000 subscribers tonight? If we're good boys, we can leave this up. And by good boys, I mean me being a good boy.
That's what I did your thumbnail was. That's the only way she's gonna break 1,000. You must have had the perfect thumbnail.
It's funny. We just talked about that. I'll tell you something off. I don't have to tell you this off camera, but I'm gonna start doing it in reverse order. I'll tell you. I'll talk to you this shit. Like what order of operation, but I've heard that a lot of people that get better traction on their YouTube videos start with the thumbnail first, and then they work backwards. Like because I always upload the video, and while it's uploading, I'll put together the shittiest thumbnail in that 45 minutes. But the thumbnail is the more like I talk to Kyle and Steve, and what more successful channels are doing is they start with the thumbnail and the title and the 30 seconds of the video first, and then kind of hone it in from there. But we could talk about more about that boring shit off the camera. But what are you drinking, Braj? Are you doing another sober?
I'm drinking the cold IPA. It actually, from the video, it cleared up. It's pretty.
Yeah, hey now, come on down.
Not crystal, but she's pretty good.
Right on, brother.
Through there. The only mug I can find is a gigantic one, so not complaining there.
Chris Absolute Vodka. What's up?
Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris did an awesome job on shit my throat. Chris did an awesome job on Trouble's logo.
He did.
Like the Super NES hops.
He did, and there's
not N64, not Super NES.
Yeah, and there's a couple things I want to plug. Zach Pearson is in the house. That's 8-Man Brewing. He's got a YouTube video out. He has his first grain to glass video. I think it's his first YouTube video, but I'll pull that up and I'll put that in the chat here in a second. And then Chris Vodka and Apartment Brewer collab for some merch, and we didn't plug it in the last one, but I picked up a new shirt from Steve, and I'm looking forward to that. So shout out to Chris, shout out to Zach Pearson, good job with that video, man. I like that video a lot. You got that $500 Shure mic, and it's jealous because it puts all this shit in my head, and now I want to buy it even though I don't need it. But yeah, what up, that's my Johnson.
I gotta figure out audio better. Like I got the Rode mic for the camera, but it sounds different when I'm doing that than when I do the mic with the voiceover. So I need to try to make them match a little bit so they're a little more seamless instead of two obviously different recordings.
I was picking Lawson's mind. He's the mastermind behind Clawhammer this week, and I was asking what he does for voiceover, and he says he just uses the lav mics because he wants it to match what they're already doing. I thought that was interesting. I was like, you have a one-time opportunity, because with voiceover, that's when you can like hone in audio and production at its finest. Like you have complete control. There's no subject moving its head around. The mic's here. Me and Maury are talking up here, but it's clipped over here. And he still uses a lav mic for that. And I thought that was very interesting. But teach their own, man. That's what I love about production is we're all just shitty painters throwing shit on the canvas and seeing what happens. And hopefully if we like it, other people will like it. Or
I want to want to grab some of the wireless lab mics. I'm just trying to decide if I want the DJI one when it comes out or get the Rode Wireless Go or whatever those ones are.
I can send you one. That Gorgeous George sent to me, and it works very well, and I don't use it at all, if you're interested in that.
What kind, like a wireless one or a lab mic or
It's a lav mic. It's the first generation Sennheiser. Stay right here. Show everybody your take off your shirt, and I'll be right back.
Nice. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Zach talking about his mic. $350 on a deal. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little squinty today. I had my eyes checked out, and they put a bunch of drops in them, so I think I'm all diluted and can't focus and stuff. But I can kind of read what's going on, so try to keep on there. See what else we got going on. What's everyone drinking? Anyone do any good brews this week, or mess up any brews, or anything fun like that? No one's answering. It's all quiet. But yeah, for me, I didn't get any brews this weekend. Last weekend I brewed a batch or a splatch, I guess, of the tried to use the Escarpment Thial Libre with just Cascade hop to see if it's going to bring out some fancy taste with that. So looking forward to testing that out. It should be almost ready to cold crash soon and give that a shot. Might be testing it by the end of the weekend, and hopefully a video out within a couple weeks.
I'm holding it up right now. You'll see it in 10 seconds, but there's tape on it. There's no cracks or anything. It's just to the Sennheisers have the little antennas, even the new ones that go to it. But this is like the first G1. I think now they're on G4. But it works great, and I can send it to you if you want it.
Okay, I mean, wouldn't be bad. I'll get you my buddy's address for easy mail to the States.
Yeah, we'll talk about it offline, and I'll double check it again. But what I do is I take, like when I would have Maury and Goman and Kevin or somebody, I would link two people up. One of them used Sennheiser. One of them was a Rode Video Mic Pro. And then we have an adapter. Okay. There's an adapter right here where you take your XLR. Here's your XLR.
Yeah.
And you plug it into the the transmitter on one of these. And then you connect it to your, I don't know, I have a Zoom H6, and then you're cooking with grease. Everything's XLR at that point.
Nice.
Yeah, so shout out to Gorgeous George. I don't see too much of him anymore, but he was a barrage one time.
He was there almost every time for a while there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. He was a pretty active dude in the community too, with the stickers and the. He's had a hell of a brew house, but he did a lot of those sticker trades. So George, I hope you're doing well, man. And people go through things, and maybe we'll see you in the near future. And if not, best of luck with everything, you Barrage.
We got Patrick Sandy. What video editing software? You're Final Cut, aren't you?
I'm Final Cut, but to me it doesn't matter at all. The biggest factor to editing for me is just organizing my files. And I'm making a video. Like we went to Asheville last week and we shot a video with Steve. It was a grain of glass video for Clawhammer. And I don't know, Steve's going to do a video. He's going to, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't want to say anything, but I'm just going to do another vlog. And like 30, maybe seconds to a minute of the vlog, it's me just hanging out with Lawson, and I'm just seeing how he organizes his files. And we figure out we have like the same like B-roll files and person and effects and this and movies and stuff like that. And he's on Final Cut and I'm on Premiere. It didn't matter, the video.
Yeah.
However you tell the story and keep your audience's attention is however you tell the story. It doesn't matter.
There might be some little plugins or something that are slightly different between the two, but for the most part, as long as you can cut and split up the clips, you're good to go. And
they got them too. Like I've looked at packages for Final Cut Pro that are $100, and I probably will get those one day. And when I get a new computer that can support it, this computer's running on fumes.
Okay.
It's been a great computer for like 3 or 4 years. I've got ScreenFlow, Photoshop, Premiere, and Chrome opened up pretty much 24/7, and it just adds up. Even if you have 16 gigabytes RAM, computers I feel like every computer I've ever had is the same. It's really good for 3 or 4 years, and then it runs on fumes. Doesn't matter if it's like a Mac or a PC or a Vio or a Windows or whatever. But it's been a good one. I got to get better about uploading. Do you have a bunch of external batteries? We're going to talk about brewing here in a second, I promise people. We'll get this production shit out of the way now.
No, yeah, we talked. I asked a little while ago when people had brewery there, and local guy here, Jeremy, saw him. He was doing a Lutra. What do you say, Lutra beer, but he's doing a split batch, so he's doing the one on 10 psi, one on the open, and that'd be an interesting one to see. I'd like to know. I've done some pressure ferments, but I haven't compared them
You're
to the
cutting.
same
You're cut.
pressure ferment.
You're cutting in and out. Can you hear me?
Oh, I got you.
Okay, we're good. I'm doing Lucha on Saturday. It's my first brew day in probably like 2 months, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, I can hear you good now. I set this thing tonight to normal latency, and my internet has sucked, so it could be a blunder on my end. But we'll roll with the punches. But I'm doing a double IPA hazy, 2.5 gallon batch on Saturday.
Okay, gotcha. Maybe I'll just turn my gain down and throw the mic up a little closer, see if that helps at all.
Might help with the audio. What up,
Nice.
Darren Blackwood? What up, Matt Ushman?
Nice. When you're looking at the
Ushman.
when you're looking at OBS or whatever you're using in the Streamlabs, how what's when I talk, what's it going up to? Is it going up to into the yellow, or is it staying well below? Or
Let me look at mine first. I'm peaking pretty hard. I could turn mine down to about 4. I think you sound good. You know, in the chat will let you know really fast who's loud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But we're both around. What's our peak? 0 decibels. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, mine's show on mine. It's showing I'm peaking right around minus 15 or something like that. So maybe it could be a little.
I'll turn you down a
closer to
little
the
bit.
mic.
I'll turn you down a little bit. But
I see one of them Zach Pearson mics, and then they can kind of just point right at your face and nice and straightforward.
I'm going to put Zach Pearson's channel in here right now. Ladies and germs, this is Zach Pearson. We will keep this one up because we're good boys tonight. And this will be up in the chat tomorrow. This is 8-Man Brewing, and he did an 805 collab. And I've been there, 38 views, man. Can we get him up to 100 views?
Nice. Yeah, I think I was.
Or watch it later.
I think I was about 3 months before I even hit 100 subscribers, and that was even with pimping it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Something you always talk about is how horrible to do.
Oh, it's depressing as hell, but that's what it's all about. You know, if it was easy, it'd be a get rich quick scheme or something. But no, it's homebrewers have to work the hardest. It's the most difficult thing to pull off because it takes a long time to put out content, and there's not that many homebrewers. So you got to factor that in. No one's ever going to have viral videos. Those days are long over. Those days. I mean, you could have. But like back in the day when Barbecue Larry was putting out content 11 years ago, every video had 6 figures and stuff like that. That was when YouTube was kind of the wild, wild west. But now everybody's got a YouTube channel. Not everybody, but yeah.
Back when you were allowed to show videos of kids getting hurt, that's what people wanted to see. And then now it's faux pas.
I remember.
And they don't want people getting rich off of destroying their children. I have a lot of good videos of my kids getting destroyed, by the way.
Yeah, you got your kids in the last one too. I remember. You're welcome, Zach. Cheers, man. Good job on that video. I remember when YouTube made a video, or South Park made a video making fun of YouTubers. Remember back in the day when it was like the panda that sneezed, or the karate guy that when the nunchucks fell and hit his face. And South Park made fun of all these YouTubers because they were getting millions and millions of views, and it was all these videos were going viral, but there wasn't the partner program set up yet. So, but there wasn't even ads on YouTube videos then, so I don't really know who was benefiting. Really no, it was kind of like Facebook. If you watch that Facebook movie, the two guys that started, they're trying to figure out, you know, do we slap ads on it now? Or who was the Jesse guy that played the Mark, what's the owner of Facebook? Mark Glutenberg? Zuckerberg? Yeah. He's trying to know, we just have to preserve this. We have to get as many people addicted to it. That's what we have to do. We have to get every generation, every school addicted to it. And then we'll slap ads in there, or we'll slide ads in there. And YouTube was kind of the same. I don't remember ads on YouTube for like 5 years into it. So people were putting out all these videos. I don't know if getting a subscriber fan base was a big deal, but these videos were getting hundreds of millions of views. What was the squirrel that looks up, all dramatic eye look? Remember that?
Yeah, like the baby or something.
And zooms in on the squirrel. Every college kid was watching that and sharing that on Facebook when that came out in 2007.
Yeah, like like squirrel, like they had the squirrel catapults. Those were funny ones.
Yeah, so
Fire the squirrel 300 feet off over the horizon.
And if you look at Larry's old videos or anybody who's been putting out videos for 12 years ago, obviously the content sucks. I mean, the production is just like, hey, it's here, it's this. I'll put the camera down, I'll look at it. But there was no competition back then. And the people that, stuck around to get monetized or any form of conversion, they're living a lot better than we are now. So at the end of the day, though, Zach Pearson, if you want to start a YouTube channel, worst case scenario is you're going to get better at brewing and be part of a rad community. And that's a pretty damn good worst case scenario. But anywho. Yeah. What up, Mildly Cool Dad?
America's Funniest Home Videos for life. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the original.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, though, man. We talked earlier about Modern Times. What's going on with them? That was kind of a weird one.
Yeah. What are they? I guess they just gone into receivership, even though they're like we're like consistently rated like one of the top like 50 craft brewers in the state in whole USA kind of thing.
I don't know if they're that big, but they were big. Shane King has become a member. Much love. Yeah,
nice. I just read an article today that said they were like right around number 48 or something like that, which is pretty crazy. And yes, Theron, everyone cares. We want to. He has some pretty cool videos of how to, I guess, do this. I can't explain what it is. I know the words that someone said, but Theron had some cool YouTube videos on how to make the cool like staining on the metal. That's not how you explain it, but
I have no clue what's going on right now, and I love it. Is there some secret side hustle?
No, just talking about Theron's YouTube page. Because he has a YouTube page.
Sorry. Yeah, he does.
He's like 50 times more views than I'll ever have probably, but it doesn't matter.
Theron's got some shine. He's got an underground YouTube vibe going on. He's got something going on. He's got some brush. He knows what's up. But yeah, my uncle texted me when I got back from Asheville. I've still got my smartphone, not my smartphone, my track phone. I'm paying for that, but I got some texts that were coming through. And he said, Modern Times is going out of business. And Modern Times was, would you say 48th biggest in the nation? That seems...
Yeah, it was like if you look at, I forget what the awards were for. Maybe it was just a web. I don't even know if it was like it might have just been like a clickbait article or something, but it was kind of ranked like top 50 craft brewers, and mind you, like number one was like it was in with groups like Sierra Nevada and Youngling and stuff like that. But
those are way bigger. I would put them up there with probably like a Belching Beaver. Have you heard of Belching Beaver? But again, I don't really know.
I've heard of it.
They got big off the peanut butter stout, peanut butter chocolate. I don't know, stout. They do a lot of weird beers. They do horchata beers and stuff like that. But they were big, and I would imagine they've been around for close to 10 years, Modern Times, and they have, excuse me, right when I left San Diego, not right when I left, but when the last couple of years, they had a tasting room in downtown Encinitas, prime real estate, as good as it gets.
Yeah.
And it was a vegan place. It was a vegan restaurant, and they were selling coffee that was as expensive as the beer. And it looked like they were doing as good as you could be for a brewery that was only 10 years old. And then they got hit hard with the Me Too movement stuff. The bigger you are, the taller you are, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And they were almost the poster child for a Me Too movement or something of the sort. And
when you say poster child, you mean poster child as in like the wrong culture?
The most complaints going about one brand, and I think
like you said, bigger you are, the harder you're going to go, and
absolutely.
And I think everyone's part of it. Like everyone's hit by Me Too. It just depends on who you got working. That's the most vocal. It's just really something that had to change it's culture change that needed to happen. And just some people are taking it a lot harder than others.
Yeah.
And some people were.
And I was reading. Yeah, I was reading about him, and it was more than Me Too. There was some racist stuff all across the board. Modern Times was brought up the most in a lot of things that were covered by the media. So they sold. No, they didn't sell. They stepped down, and I think they put a woman in charge. I don't know if that was a PR move to save face or if she was next in line, whatever, doesn't matter. So that was probably early 2021. So, and you're dealing with COVID, and you're dealing with the oversaturation of beer in San Diego. And Monday when I got back from Asheville, I got the text from my uncle, who's kind of involved in the spirit industry in San Diego. And he said that they were going out of business. I don't think that was the correct choice of words. What'd you call it?
Oh, I said they're declared with court-ordered receivership, which basically means they need to sell everything to get their debts paid off. Basically bankruptcy, and then the court takes over and makes you kind of controls how you sell stuff. It makes it go for bottom prices if necessary.
Does the lender or court care if you sell or if you like sell to a different brand or get bought out, or if you just take your sweet ass time selling all your equipment or selling what? It doesn't matter, right? They just want their money.
I imagine the court ordered would be, as far as I know, like the courts would kind of take control and know exactly the assets you have. Like you couldn't be selling off stuff on the side to just keep paying yourself or anything like that. Like they're more or less taking control of the company and making sure it gets sold, whether it's sold to someone that wants to buy a Modern Times and continue the brand, or if it's a bunch of small brewers that just want a couple gigantic fermenters.
They've got 300 employees, man. So what do you do? Do you sell? Do you, if you know, a good move, it's San Diego, it's a North Park company. It's very kind of like Asheville. It's very kind of like a Portland. Do you sell it to, I don't know. Can it be salvaged? Can the name be brought back?
Yeah, it just depends. I mean, and that's where it gets tricky too, though, because if they're going into bankruptcy or something like that, to just sell the whole thing to somebody, that somebody has to take over kind of the debts too. I think in that case, like it can't just. I don't think you can just kind of sell it and start fresh. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's probably trickier than just buying it out and continuing.
Here's what I do. If it's obviously this is hypothetical since I go to Coinstar before I go grocery shopping, but I wait till it's at the lowest of lows. I haven't heard that Mega Man riff in a little bit, man. Cheers, Brandon Chamberlain. Much love. Cheers, it's just Paul. I wait till it's at the all-time low. I don't know, and then you buy the company and you change the name and you rebrand it. Hire a bunch of women. I don't know. How do you PR it out? I don't know. Maybe sell it to a woman. I don't know. Buy it at the all-time low. Change the name.
I don't know if hiring a bunch of women is the solution. We just got to hire a good team, and when you're doing your hiring, just make sure it's fair hiring. That's all. I think that's pretty much all it's really asking for the most part, and trying to get all the steam out of it.
But you have to kind of PR it out because it's got such a bad reputation. People want to think like, oh, I really want to see this revamped. I really want to see, not like the guy got in trouble, he handed it off to a lady, but like maybe I want to sell it to like like an actual like organic, you know, I don't know. I don't. This could be chalked up and screwed.
It's a shit ton of PR that needs to happen.
It's a shit ton of PR that needs.
Whoever they sell it to, they need to get the PR out there and get the advertising out there, get the marketing, knowing that they're different. They might be the same good beer, but it's a different culture and a different attitude going in there.
Yeah, so we'll see with them.
It's a lot of bad news rather than just starting your own company. But then again, Modern Times, if it's good beer, then it's good beer. So.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, there's 300 people that work for him. So there's 300 employees that are like, what the F? You know, there's 300 people that obviously I'm not talking about he said, she said stuff. There's a million sides to every story. At the end of the day, there's 300 people's jobs on the line. And I hope there's light at the end of the tunnel and silver lining for some of these people. All these people, I don't know. I don't know anybody about. I don't know anybody who works for Modern Times. That's why I'm talking about it right now. If I did, I wouldn't be talking about
Yeah,
it.
for sure. I mean, ideally, like a different company come and be like, okay, I don't really care to continue the bad name if it is a bad name of Modern Times. They
Here's
just buy out everything, buy out the whole operation, and they just go under a different brand and make some good beer. But that's a huge operation to buy.
here.
300, just starting off with 300 employees.
God, how do you even put a? How do you even put? I mean, at the height, how do you even put? How do you put? Because you still have 300 employees with 300 salaries. You still have all the equipment, all the grain. At the height of their success was probably right before 2021 or no, before COVID. Which same employees, same amount of barrels produced,
Yeah.
same amount of income, coffee locations, vegan restaurants, all this money coming in. The height of the height, the end of whatever 2000. When did COVID happen? March 2020. We'll call it February 2020. As good as it could have gone, millions of investors, everybody looking at you, everybody wants in. To last month, you have the same everything, employees. What's your business worth? 1/5, 1/3, 1/10, 1/20th?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know. But
Yeah, sure.
at the end of the day, I know. Here's what I do know: if I'm ever in serious trouble, I'm changing my name Homebrew for Life to Party Time Brew. Here's what I do: easy fix.
In a handlebar mustaches, and you can start fresh.
Yeah, Jorge Castro, 300 employees and a bunch of expensive property that's not making enough money. You got all that stuff just sitting there. You've got all the, I don't even know how all the back pay or unemployment shit worked from COVID. I don't know I know the state eats that. I know the employers have bonds that eat that. I don't know how it works, man. But it sounds, what's up?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's just Paul joined the Barrage Army. Says it's been a few months since he's here, but he's back.
What up? It's just Paul. I saw him in there. What's up, you sweet boy? I think we got a super chat too. We got Brandon Chamberlain, man. Good to see his name showing up again, man. Much love, Brandon. And I want to give a shout out to everybody. Usually I cash out all the super chats at the end of the month, but I did it before I went to Asheville, and I bought a new couch. Bought a brand new couch with all that super chat money. So yeah.
Nice to see.
I didn't
Chris
put.
Roddy's posting some heavy duty accounting terminology. I forget what it even means. EBITDA, Inc. or.
This is a good lesson, man. This is a good lesson. Anybody in here who's going to school for business or finance or investing, it's like good time to buy. Like when they're. What up, Trans Am guy? What's up, you brunch? If they were public, if they had kept the San Diego brewery only, they would still be good. But I understand just going all out to Jorge Castro. Yeah, and Jorge, I think they were the biggest. I think they, with Me Too and COVID and the size that they're at and the ongoing competition of breweries open up, I think that they were probably worst case scenario for this to have happened to. But life happens, man. Life happens. We talked about it earlier. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. As I'm violently watching this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, man. Are you keeping up with this?
Tabs on. I read the odd thing. God. Like I read an article that basically talks about like how like the Hollywood like personas have been like used to be like such a like hidden thing, and their real personalities never come out. It's just like PR people in center. Like
yeah.
And now it's just
psychos.
Yeah.
Here's why I like the Johnny Depp thing though, because Johnny Depp, from my understanding, he's fighting this. He's saying the girl is saying, Amber's saying that she's suffering from domestic abuse and all this stuff. So he actually was like, hey, you know what? I got to put my foot down pretty much against cancel culture. There's too many guys that go out that where there's smoke, there's fire, but there's no evidence and they're done and their job is pulled and that's it. He is putting his family, his name, his legacy, everything on the line in front of the world to put it all out there. and be like, this woman's crazy. And I respect that, because most guys were just like, that's how it is. Give her half of everything. Adios, Pirates of the Caribbean. See you later, $100 million paychecks. Even though Disney and Toys R Us or whoever's still making all these little Jack Sparrow toys and cashing in. I lost my hundreds of million, but he's putting his foot down. And if you watch this thing, it's entertaining. I mean, he's got video of her audio talking about hitting him and beating his ass and taking shits in his bed. And she's talking about how he's fucked up on drugs and drunk every night. And he's talking about how she's fucked up on drugs and every night. It's like, there's two sides to every story, man. And it's a bummer that, you know, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. It's not civil rights going on or a war going on. What has everybody's attention right now is like the scene from Cable Guy when everyone's trying to figure out, between the Ben Stiller little brothers, two crazy Hollywood success stories, what the verdict is. And that's a good thing for Americans to be fixated on, not civil rights stuff, not what the hell's going on with this or that, but Johnny Depp and his wife.
Yeah.
Who took a dump in whose bed? Who's trying to pawn it off on 10-pound Chihuahua shit versus human shit? Fuck yeah, they're both crazy. They're in Hollywood. They're psychos. Your whole job is to pretend to be another person. You're crazy. Yeah, both are crazy. But it's entertaining. It's cracking me up. I don't know who's going to win in this. I don't care. I don't know who's going to live in this. Well, not everyone is wealthy enough to fight a case like that in court. Sometimes you just have to take the L and pay up. Yeah, I agree with that, Jorge, but I agree with more of most people don't want their dirty laundry posted anywhere, even an average Joe on social media. And this guy's taking it the extra mile. And who knows? There's two sides to every story. There's a million sides to every story. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. It's just it's a weird shit. What do you? Well, I don't know. Like you get the you get the other side of it. Like
they're addicted to they're addicted to drugs. They're on drugs. They're fucked up.
Toxic relationship.
They're fucked. They're on coke. They're on 2 bottles of wine every day and night, and in a vial of cocaine. They're fucked up. They're mannequins that have been reading lines and studying how to be other people for so long that it'd actually probably be a big, huge benefit to be an actor in court. Make yourself cry or make
for sure.
Yeah, get the judge or the jury to kind of yeah. So it's good. I think it's good that America we go from like the gnarliest year, 2020, everything's divided, and now we have everyone's attention. We're like, who shit in the bed? Was it? Whose dookie was it? Was it the 8-pound little Fido Terrier, or was it Amber Heard popping a squat in the middle of the night when Johnny was out getting loaded? 58-year-old Johnny Depp getting loaded down at Rodeo Drive with his boys from back in the day, man. Here we go. It's entertaining.
Nice. So how close are you to getting back to beer? How close are you to getting a brewing set up now?
Oh, that part. Really good. So I've got a hybrid system that I'm going to brew on Saturday, and I went to a homebrew store out here. I drove 5 miles south of the Tennessee River, and I went to this place, and it was funny as hell. It's this little old lady in there, probably about 70 years old, maybe 60. Sorry about that. And she's one of those people where as soon as you go in there, she's like right in your face, like, "What do you want? What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm just kind of looking around. I'm going to be buying a bunch of stuff. CO2 tank. I need faucets. I need spigots. I need a lot of stuff." I was like, "Okay, but like this is in a museum. You got to like spend money and stuff." I'm like, "All right, lady. Okay, I'm not going to rob you. Homebrewers are pretty mellow people. If I was going to rob a place, it would not be a homebrew store. It's going to be a bank or somewhere I know. Homebrew store is probably
What'd you manage to lift out of there?
Homebrew store is probably the last place on planet Earth. They probably have the least amount of money in that register. But I was like, hey, we do this YouTube channel, and I think we're going to know each other a lot. Can I come in here and film some shit from time to time? And at the end, she said, "Yeah, it was cool." And she's got a mill, so she can mill my shit. And
Nice.
she's got what up, Gnome? What up, Gnome Brush? And she sells bulk grain by the 10 pounds, and then specialty grains by the 1 pound. And I think it's all raw. I think it's all pre-packaged that came from manufacturer. She didn't do it herself. And her only yeast are Safe Ale 04 and 05. She sells a lot of kits, a lot of wine kits, a lot of puree stuff. But she does have Simcoe and Mosaic. And no El Dorado, nothing too crazy. No like Azaka, no Magnum, no, I don't know, no low alpha acid hops, Saz, Saz, Fuggle, none of that stuff. But I'll make it work. And this place looks like Rosarita, Mexico, but in the South. Like it's pretty hunky dory.
Nice. Some sweet decor kicking
Box
around.
seat. Yeah, but it's cool. So we're gonna brew. I've got a big enough sink in here where my chiller, I'm not gonna have a chiller ever again. I'm gonna go the old school extract ways where you fill up your sink with ice water, put your bucket in there, and just stir like there's no tomorrow. And that's how I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna be the apartment brewer of the apartment brewer. I'm gonna one up the apartment brewer. I'm gonna have half the shit that he had, and I'm still gonna make it work and make delicious beer.
Nice. If you got a stainless sink, you can just get one of those immersion chiller or immersion heaters. And just brew it right in the sink. Do the boil right in the sink and everything.
That's exactly right. And anybody who's got the sink that I have, it's just one big sink. You know, back in the day, they would have the divider in the middle. So you'd have like the garbage disposal on the right, and then on the left-hand side where you put the stopper in and wash your dishes and then rinse it. Mine's just the big one. But with that, you can fit a big kettle in there. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've got to figure out a pulley system. Because I don't want to hold it up while I rinse. I'm not going to sparge anymore. For a 5-gallon batch, I'm just going to start with 7 gallons, 7.5, maybe 8 gallons. Longer mashes, no sparges, longer recirculations. Doesn't matter. We film. There's so much time to set up cameras and stuff. Just let it go. And I'm looking forward to it. Chest freezer will have to be bought new. Since there's offer up out here is god awful. What's the population of Nova Scotia?
We're sitting right around 1 million, I think.
Okay.
Overall, the city that work in and stuff is I think they're kicking right around 400, maybe hit 5. I don't know, but most of it's in the metro area.
So where I'm going with that is all your offer up stuff is the shit. Facebook Marketplace, like you can get it, you can sell it, you can if you're looking for something.
We got reasonable stuff here.
I need a ladder, Jess. What up, Jess?
Nice.
Sorry, it's Jess Brewing.
Yeah, pulling on the ladder is a good go with it. But you'll have to like screw a big eye hook into the cabinet above the sink, and then.
I just picked up with Kish Vodka. Just put down CH. Be mindful of the weight you are putting in the sink. I broke a sink doing that. Duly noted. I'll put some 2x4s underneath the bottom. And I'm doing a 2.5-gallon batch, but I do appreciate that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm starting to realize I need to start doing smaller batches because like I got
Too
like
much beer.
6 eggs that are like half full right now, and I need to either do smaller batches or just have more parties.
More parties, man.
Giving away more beer is really all I got to do.
We were in Asheville all weekend. Me and Apartment Steve. They got like 8 beers on draft, and they got 4 guys kind of hanging out there. And I was like, damn, you guys have way too much beer. And we don't drink until we're wrapping it up, but I'm crushing all their hop water. All the hop water is like, dude, you guys got to make like a 4-to-1 ratio. I'm drinking all the hop water. Not that many people are drinking beer. And Ross was out of town, so he wasn't there. Steve brought over some of his beers, so we were drinking those. And then Ross and Emmett just Kyle and Emmett just keep it pretty chill. They don't get loaded, and it was just a great weekend. It was very professional. And Saturday night, I came home at 9:30. I was weird in Nashville this week. Yeah, the first night I went in there because I sleep from like 5 in the morning to 11 a.m. And what's up?
Makes sense. Still getting used to. Still got to knock that Cali time.
Yeah. I'm finally caught up. I'm finally good with homebrew for life. Like, you know, because everything's kind of a net 30 or net 60. And it was just kind of weird getting out here. And I kind of, it was expensive getting out here. I lost a ton of shit. And then I'm kind of on pace to where, not really, I'm putting out content this month, but none of it's like YouTube algorithm content. The only video I put out that worked was home brewing versus pro brewing. Everything else is just like a vlog, like camera stuff, and I'm spending a lot of time doing that. But I'm like almost kind of back to where I was last December. So I got a buddy coming in town this weekend. After that, I'm gonna like go straight for the algorithm. But what I mean by algorithm is like hey, double IPA hazy, try to do 5-day this, how to make a draft system at your house, stuff like that. No more like, hey, 24-hour vlog in Asheville with a camera. No one's fucking clicking on that. No, I mean, people will click on that subscribe to the channel, but no one new is going to be like, let's give this guy my time.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Well, I mean, that's all. And people that follow you like that shit. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
hopefully, if that's interesting. And then your travel blog in Knoxville was awesome. Like that.
I appreciate that.
And it kind of helped sell the wife on it. I think we're gonna probably try to get 3 or 4 days off and come down to Tennessee there. So
you're coming down to visit me?
Maybe stop sometime. Go check out Nashville and Knoxville.
I appreciate that, but those videos don't get any new subscribers. But I do appreciate that, James. Anybody else who's watching the channel right now, that's a community. Yeah. That's a community video. That's to the people where I can act like an idiot and have fun. And I love those videos the most, but they don't get any new subscribers.
Yeah, but just like they're fun to watch. And I mean, someone that goes, like, if they're interested in Knoxville, like, you get those views, and then they'll like maybe click on your channel and be like, you know what, not interested in the brewing videos, but the fucking tours are great. So
it's funny because I have to change that video to Knoxville. It's called America's #1 fake craft, or America's #1 beer city or something. There's not even a Knoxville in there, so I got to go back and look at it.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's saying Knoxville in there. Like, you talk about Knoxville, it just doesn't say it in the title.
No, there's no Knoxville in there. I don't know if you type in Knoxville craft beer if that even would show up, but it should, because it should be like #1, because there's probably no videos on Knoxville's craft beer. But I don't know. We'll see. Thanks, Zach Pearson. Thanks, Will D. Thanks, you Brages. I'm going to go get another beer. Can you hold it down?
Yeah, I think I can hold it down. First thing I'll say is, I guess...
Mandatory beer chug? Mo.
Yeah, no, I'm almost out, so I can do one of those sometime. But
you got
Trevor LJ22 just got a job at the local homebrew store.
Hey now!
That's awesome.
Good job, Trev.
Yeah,
good job, you Brages.
I just have I can do kind of 15-gallon brew days, but I always end up wasting a shit ton at the end of it. I got to learn how to get the beer out of the kettle a little bit more efficiently, because I'm killing about 2 gallons at the bottom of each one. Maybe that's normal, but it seems like a lot to waste. So I end up having to water down the beer a lot at the end if I want to keep the full 60 liters or 15 gallons or whatever it is. Let's see. Joe Scott's pretty sure discovered H4L for Googling carbonating a keg. Nice. That's pretty close to what I think I found it about a little over a year ago, when I was searching out, just double checking that I was cleaning kegs properly. So watched his keg cleaning video, and that was a good one there. Few there. Let's see. Yeah, love the vlogs and brewery tours. Yeah, anything's interesting to I think most of the crowd likes watching anyone that's here probably likes watching pretty much every video out there. What kind of content do people want to see? I'll just steal CH's audience and start trying to snipe some video ideas. I know the grain of glasses are interesting. I wish I was a better taster so I could give more insight into it. But then I'll just pretend that I'm just reviewing beers for the average Joe that doesn't care about the hints of clove or something, and just wants to know what's a good beer, what's not a good beer, and what to try, and maybe learn a few things on the way. Kind of most of the stuff I talk about, I have to do a little research first. It's not off the top of my head, like a Genus Brewing or something like that really knows their stuff, or like Gnome, who really knows his stuff but apologizes for it all the time. Let's see. Party time. What happened to the pub shed with the taps? Pub shed. It just got cold in the winter, so the fridge came up to the house, and I'll probably take. I'm not sure if I'm taking the full fridge back down there, but I'll probably take the smaller kegerator down there for the summer. Or maybe I should just if I find a used key or a used freezer or chest freezer, then I could probably make a keezer, which is always a good time to make a video, even though lots of people have already done real good videos on keezers. Like Matt Ashman did a really good job on the keezer video. I think
do it yourself. Do another one though. I mean, everyone's going to build it differently. I'm going to build mine like the mellowest way possible.
You have a couch in the living room now.
Yeah, did you see that? Yeah, and I got the air mattress. My buddy's going to be sleeping on for like 5 nights. He's
nice. And you decorate the pillows yourself?
What's up?
Decorate the pillows yourself?
They came with it, man. I finally got a good deal. It was $530 before delivery. It was $600 with delivery, brand new. And I was good. I was yeah, like the ones at Costco were. What's up? Thank you, Joe.
Oh, no, didn't get a used one on the used market and had to take the blue light to it or risk the bed bug infestation or anything?
I just turned 37 years old, man. But if anybody asks, I'm 14. But I can't be having hand-me-down mattresses and couches at this age. I'll put it on credit. I didn't. Shout out to the super chatters, aka the producers and the people that watch the videos and all the Google AdSense and anybody who helps out with the channel of any sort. It all came from you guys, and $600 out the door, brand new, and it's stiff. So I gotta sleep on it a couple nights, break it in, maybe pull an Amber Heard here and there a couple times, and see if. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna poop on my couch, not yet. What up? Let's do this. CH looks younger and moved to Knoxville and looks younger than he did in California. I'm down to 195 pounds. I've gone to the gym. I went to the gym last 3 days in a row. Yeah, I'm really only drinking for the happy hours right now, but I'll drink this weekend because I got a buddy in town. But I stopped drinking by myself. I didn't really do that in San Diego. Well, that's not true because everywhere I went, I knew too many people. But yeah, I'm down to 195 pounds, Braj.
Nice.
And on that note, let's drink 20 beers and get back to
reverse those effects.
Chris Rady, come on. This NBC's for you, Braj. Coffee table fun. My buddy told me that today. Yeah, I think Lynn's in here. Lynn Schaefer hanging out. She's got to work at 5 in the morning, and we'd probably be hanging out. We'd definitely be hanging out. But she was at Sam's Club today, telling me about a $300 TV for 50 inches, man. Remember when TVs were like $2,500 and they were 36 inches wide? Now you get a TV that's 1.5 inch thick for nothing, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, especially if you were a gamer back in the day. Only way to break in a couch, Anders Jansen. Chris Rady, much love, man. You are the barrage. We got a lot of people in here right now, and those who are new to the chat or the stream, we're coming up on an hour. We got Party Time James. We're trying to get him over 1,000 subscribers tonight. If we get him over 1,000 subscribers tonight, I will suck Joe Skiles' titties in front of James just to see what will happen, and we'll put it on the internet. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry, I saw your profile picture on YouTube, man. You're one of the first people that watched the clickbait video I put out today. G-Funk20 called me out. He's like, hey, that was clickbait. I was like, yeah, it was. But I had to put out something, man. I had to put out something. And I got links, or I got Gnome and Aliaz's link in the description of those videos. So hopefully they get some shine out of it. And anybody, whoever is on this, I always want to put their link in the description, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or whatever. Charity, merch, GoFundMe. Want to hook up with the dude.com. We'll plug it. My TV is 24 inches. Damn, Chris Vodka, why'd you decide to buy the biggest one in the whole store? Gnome Brewing, but what's the girth? Patrick Sandy, I'm off for the next 3 months so I can stay up a little late. My time to shine. Nice. I do want to try.
What's up? It's good Patrick gets to stay up late, but sorry to hear about what made you get a few months off work. I think there might have been some crap going down there, so hopefully getting all better soon.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Oh, no, just Patrick Sandy's off a few months, but I think that may be...
Patrick's a barrage, man. Wish you well, Patrick. He got me kind of lined up. with the do's and don'ts when I first started thinking about moving out to Tennessee. I live in Tennessee. It's fucking crazy. It's weird. I moved to Tennessee. I just moved to Tennessee. It's crazy, man. But I love it. I've got no regrets. I've got no regrets, man. I'm talking to some buddies today. I'm like, what's going on back home? They're like, nothing. Nothing's going on. It feels good. Rob Barnes.
We got some. Yeah, we really gotta get the. You gotta get the.
Are you at 1,000 yet?
Probably 2,000.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron Barnes. Thank you, Brock.
Yeah.
Remember to like, subscribe, and click that notification button. Rob Barnes, come on down. Test Eagle. I was in today's video. Will you shout out my Grindr account? Test Eagle was in there. Yeah, we were trying to figure out what the legalities of calling moonshine. And then Aliaz briefed me that it stems from NASCAR. And I guess I was the last kid at the party to know about it because Noam knew about it. Yeah. Did you know?
No, I didn't know that.
It makes sense. I'm such an idiot. I'm like, what? Like moonshine? I don't get it. Did they take it and put it in the engines like jet fuel? And it was like, no, it was the 20s. They didn't have radio waves. They didn't have communication. I was like, oh, no shit. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I was actually reading about it, and they used to put their truck cars, bigger, I don't know, diesel V8 or whatever the hell they were doing at that time, in the moonshine cars. Hence, that created a hybrid, just faster car for the size, and it totally makes sense. And it's awesome history. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Gutter maker to. They'd be massive crashes though when they went off the road, I imagine.
Not only that, but if you're just getting pulled over, man, it smells like methanol. Moonshine is brutal.
Yeah.
I can't smelling moonshine is real moonshine, like 90 proof moonshine. It's like you went snowboarding all day without wearing sunglasses, and you have to, at the end of the day, you're just like, check please. Yeah. What up, Heather Sharp?
Patrick Sandy got you some. I'm assuming that's West Virginia shine, maybe.
WV, Can't wait. Maybe. Can't wait. West Virginia.
Used to use for stouts without temperature control. I guess. Yeah, it depends if you're real hot. Shit, I don't know about pressure fermenting without temp control. Maybe if it's really hot, it might make sense to pressure ferment a bit. I've always done mine. I think you're good up to like 25 degrees or something like that, and it probably shouldn't make too crazy of a taste, but really just depends on what your temps are without the temp control, or throw your bucket in the deepest, darkest place of the house, and you might get some steady temperatures. Let's see what else we got.
Hey, we got a good question. Me and Steve went to Dissolver. I saw somebody drop Dissolver in the chat, and when you come down here, can we make a video? Would you want to be in a Homebrew Flight video, James?
Oh, for sure.
It'd be a great way to collab. It'd be a really good way to. When Climber told me that Just was probably going to get 1,000 subscribers from that, I was like, dude, that's kind of arrogant. That's a shitty thing to say. Don't say that. And I was like, well, why wouldn't they? Climber's a huge brand. Collabs are a good way to cross promote. And Just got, I think, like 1,200 subscribers from that. It was awesome. Not saying I could, do the same, but I don't think it's going to hurt. Plus, you get to see what I look like in person. I'm way different, dude. It's night and day, dude. Yeah, dude. There's a lot going on.
Closest brew tuber to me. Well, I guess we got the Brunettes who just started up, but they're just on their. They only did one video so far. I could just drive like 12 hours down to Apartment Brewer. Maybe just not even tell him we're doing a collab and just break into his basement and brew on his system.
He's back in Boston, Rhode Island, Boston. But I had such a good time with Steve because we didn't really get to hang out till the last day. And we hit like 3 or 4 breweries, but I was driving, so I did like a pint, half pint, a couple tasters, because I had to get him to the airport because Clawhammer was doing Marshall from Brewlosophy's live stream.
Okay, nice.
Did you catch up on that?
I didn't catch that. It's there when they do those live
Facebook
streams. You have to be a member, I think.
On Facebook?
I'm not sure. I think. With
Marshall, I'm gonna beat your ass. No, I'm kidding, Marshall.
I think like you have to be a Patreon or something like that. It's only like $2 or $3 a month, but they get random people in. I think they had like Floron and stuff, and I don't think those were just public. Maybe
Oh, he does
they're
a Patreon. That's probably one of his tiers.
running
Okay.
Patreon.
Or you can come over to the Hoppy Hour and just watch it for free. Hang out. I'm not charging anybody to be here.
Just what is it?
I'm
Office
gonna.
office.
This is
Accurate.
staying. This is staying live. This is staying live, Marshall. If you have a problem with me saying that,
Yeah.
then just don't. But yeah, come on down. We'll shoot a video. Clawhammer is going to come do. I'm going to focus. One of the main reasons I want to try to really kind of grow the channel is because I want more leverage with people like Clawhammer. You know, he's telling me, he's like, oh, I'm working with Jesse from Still It, and they're doing a video with the craft beer guys, the game show hosts out there in England. What's
nice.
going? Yeah, the craft beer channel, and they're doing videos with I think Brewlosophy, but I mean they have 100,000 subscribers, so I'm gonna hit on a lot more unique visitors, unique videos, because I want them to come to me. You know, if they're like, hey, Homebrew for Life's on a grind, or this guy's on a grind. Hey, maybe we can go to Knoxville and you know, CH edits all the videos and he puts us up. It's pretty much a vacation at that point. You know, if I'm laving everybody up, doing all the mic stuff, filming it and editing it, they're coming out. We're just having a great time. You know, they don't even have to bring anything out. Don't bring any of your cameras or nothing like that. No system. I'll have it all. So I want to kind of grow the channel just to get leverage for that. Like, hey, maybe this can get my dad out to visit me more, or vice versa. I can go visit him, you know, play golf with him 2 or 3 times more a year in San Diego now. So there's going to be just more unique visitor stuff.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You just got to figure out what's new. I mean, like, it also seems to just be like if you keep on top of like the newly released crap. Like the video I released last week was like that was just a 4-minute video. I just did a 3-minute video because I'm like, oh shit, this took me a long time to figure out. So I figured I'd just share with people, and the video itself was like probably the easiest one I ever had to edit, and it's like one of the quickest, like the most popular one. And it's like, God damn it, I need to. I mean, I'm happy for the popularity, but it's just like you put a ton of effort into something like reviewing a canner, and there's not that many views because it's only people that are really thinking about buying the canner that are going to look at it.
Right.
If you get with the new technologies like the wrap pill type things, people are just interested, and people are Googling it at this point.
Right. That's how we had a video like that. We did a Viva Sun pH meter, and we get a lot of people that watch that video that don't even brew. So it's people that are green thumbers, or people that work with maybe even pool guys or jacuzzi shit. I don't know, but it's a lot of people that want to just test out the products, and it's kind of cross-platform. So YouTube's just weird like that. YouTube's just weird like that. But keep grinding. How you doing, man? Are you still got the passion, the fire? Are you getting burned out? Is it harder to find time? Or?
Yeah, as long as it keeps moving forward, I'm pretty happy with it. Like it's just a matter of doing the one video a week. And like last week I was 10 days or something. A bunch before that I managed to keep the kind of week thing going, but it really makes a difference if you're doing one video a week. Like Google gives you a lot of, you like just see the whatever they call them, the impressions like go up there, and a lot of new people come looking at the videos, which is good. Just gotta figure out what people want to see and keep it interesting. The biggest goal would be to like, you got to make it, if you can make it so entertaining that people that do not give a shit about brewing will watch, and that's the key to really pushing past the, well, even I mean, like what the top brew tubers are like Clawhammer and the craft beer channel or whatever, or those guys there, 100,000 130,000 subscribers. But like, you just gotta, if you could push through and get to that 500,000 or something. I mean, not saying that I'll ever do it, but it's like, it's just the key to making it entertaining and making it like one of those things. Like who gives a shit about mining jade, but they make that shit interesting, and those videos from the TV shows get 11 million views.
I'll talk to you off camera, but there's kind of a crew we're kind of putting together to kind of talk about how to kind of grow your channel a little bit more. I'll talk to you off camera, but I'm glad that you haven't lost the passion yet, man, because you are a fucking struggling artist. I am a struggling artist, and everybody in here, is here because they support us. And you have to work way harder than any other YouTuber as a homebrew channel because it's impossible to put out content daily. It's impossible. And there's just not that many viewers. There's just not that much viewership. It is there. It is there. I look at Clawhammer's videos. I look at Brew Show. I look at all these channels. I look at their comments, and they're all different people. I see some of the same names, but for the most part, it's different people. Everyone, I don't, which is kind of weird. You think it wouldn't be like that, but it is. Like I watch Doing the Most or Mead Guy. I'm doing a collab with him. Oh, yeah. But we'll
it's different crowds for the different.
Ryan's. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about more of this off the grid because it is kind of it is my livelihood, is my business, and there are things that I'm learning now that I wish I would have learned 5 years ago because I probably could have been where I'm at in a year and a half. But there's nobody that can teach you this unless you're in kind of a network or you're watching YouTube videos. But I had a really good talk on Sunday with the guys that I was with, and we're gonna I'll talk to you about more of this off camera.
Yeah.
But I want to say something. Ryan Gate is here. His dad named him after Ryan Sandberg. The Barrage is in the house, man. Just got here. Did we do an NBC yet? Nope, we're doing one right now. Look alive.
Just say it.
This is the best work we've ever done.
Subscribe to Homebrew for Life.
It'd be good to talk, like sit down sometime and just actually talk.
Yeah. All right, who's getting another beer first?
You can run for one if you're empty.
Yes, I'm thirsty. I've been known to be thirsty. All right, we got 75 people here. All right.
Okay, let's
James, show everybody your. I'll be right back.
Too close. I got nothing here. Clean the room. Very exciting. So I got no video games in the background. They're all packed away in boxes. But I do have the TV set up a little bit neater with the old. I just got a regular NES and a PlayStation 3 set up on it now. Got to set up maybe the old Super NES and that sort of thing. Get her going. But yeah, let's see. What do we got? Anything interesting going on in the comments?
Aya's back.
Back already? Holy shit!
I got a tiny bomb.
Your fridges must be much closer here than they were out in San Diego.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. My house is fucking awesome. It's small. I just wish I had a little bit of a shed. What up, Nick Smith? I just wish I had a little bit of a shed. That's what I'm saying. I'm becoming like the full-on apartment brewer. I'm becoming, and I'm really glad that Chris Vodka told me about that because I'm gonna go to Home Depot or Lowe's tomorrow, get some 2x4 and put them underneath there, and I didn't even think about that. Right? It's a sink getting held up by what? Plywood? Like how much weight can it really hold? Crazy.
Yeah, I always put the bucket or the 23 liter, the 6 gallon bucket when I'm filling up the arrow water from my sink. But it makes sense to brace it up because like
couldn't hurt.
That sink's only on the counter by glue.
Couldn't. Oh,
like,
it is.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah,
only held up by glue. Like it's not. There's nothing there other than glue and pipes, and I don't think the pipes are gonna hold it up. So
yeah, I got a 100-year-old house. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
2 quick, like 10 minutes, or not even 10 minutes, like 3 minutes with the chop saw, and you got 2 pieces of 2x4 that are bracing the sink, and we'll
chop saw. I got a $30 electric skill saw. I saw Brew Show's last video. He was doing he made a badass video about tap handles, and I wish that video was getting some more shine. But
I haven't actually watched it. I even have some of the pieces to do tap handles.
great video.
But
Great video.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah. I need to do a tap handle. He had some really cool ones set up there. I was gonna do some tap handles, and then for my birthday, my brother bought me a few custom ones. So then I never ended up making my own.
Well, here's what you got to do. Hold on. I'm going to give a shout out to Will D. Well, I'll just do it now. I was going to write it in the chat, but he subscribed to Party Time. Let's get it. Will D, shout out to you, Barrage.
Nice. Thanks,
Joe
Will D.
Skiles, how's the local homebrew shop down there? Not as good as San Diego, but San Diego's are whack as hell too. So you got to work with what you got. And I did buy Lutra Voss. I think Voss. Yeah, I think I bought Voss on Amazon for $7. I'm going to just buy 6 gallons of bottled water for this one. I'm not going to worry about Johnny Sins IPA. I'm not going to worry about water chemistry or profile. I did notice when I started putting those in my videos. Do you watch your analytics where people drop off in your videos, James?
I don't look at them too
much
close on that. I'm just usually pretty much just checking the views and how many impressions a video gets, I guess.
We'll talk off screen, but that's a very important thing to do. And when I started talking about water chemistry, people would dip out pretty hard. So maybe I would just when you're like, hey, here's all these numbers, people feel like, what? Is this chemistry class? Breaking Bad? I'm out of here. Fuck all you guys. I'm going back to Pornhub and X-Hamster. I quit brewing. But
it's the numbers here, and then I just do a little hand and just throw the graphic up and
yeah, link in bio. But one thing about the tap handle things is they have to be on a keezer. Because if you put them on, the bummer about having a kegerator is you've got your handles right there, but yeah, you can never open your freezer. You can never open your freezer.
If you had room, you could probably gear up your kegerator and just turn it sideways, have them sticking out the front, and you'd never worry about that. But yeah, I've had beer fly everywhere because my son wanted to open the freezer to get freezies, and it opens 3 taps when I have the longer handles on them.
I still do it, and I'm not a toddler. I'm just like, hey, time to get ice, time to get a popsicle, time to get a hops or a box of Magnum condoms. See what happens. Winking Pig Barbecue.
Sounds delicious.
I know. I want to eat your avatar. I want to eat your profile picture. Water chemistry is a big deal, though. It's a huge deal, especially for commercial breweries. Homebrewers can hack it not hack it, but it's a lot easier because we don't need that much water. So when in doubt, just buy water.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I got the RO filter, but lately
Chris, do
I've been, kind of cutting my RO water with the tap water because when you hook up a RO filter that's not kind of behind the scenes, you see how much water it wastes, and it's ridiculous, and you just feel half bad about it. I mean, I'm on septic, so it's all just going back into the environment nearby. But
gotcha.
It's just sad watching how much water is getting wasted when you use the RO water.
I know. Brian L. I just got a big super chat from Brian L. Man, much love to Brian. He says NBC round 2. This is the closest I'll ever be to a stripper without having to take my clothes off. So
hey, Brian L,
much love, man. And you're the man, Brian. We will do an NBC for you. I want to give a shout out to this beer. This brewery, it's called Wiseacre Tiny Bomb American Pilsner. And it is from Memphis, Tennessee, right here, sort of, on the other side of the state. But it's a good one. It was $2. I like the can art. It stands out. It's got kind of a comic book theme, kind of like a retro something that I'm into, and I vouch for it. Brewed and canned by the good folks at Wiseacre Brewing Company in Memphis, Tennessee. 4.5 alcohol by volume. Surgeon General, we know.
Nice.
Nothing about the hops, nothing about, I talked to Gnome about this. He says he looks at the back of every can, kind of goes detective on it, but not too much. Kind of keeping everything a secret, which is cool. But
nice.
Let's light this crowd candle, man. Thank you, Brian L. And again, this is party time. And I want to write down how many subscribers he has. Maybe we can get 8-man, a couple too.
The 822 before the before the stream. So
Is Zach Pearson still in here? Oh, he got 12 new views. Can we get Zach Pearson some shine? I got to get Zach Pearson on. Maybe we'll do 2 streams next week. I got a buddy coming into town, so it means there's no Homebrew Fly video next week, unless it's going to be some clickbait shit. But after that, it's on. Yeah, so maybe we'll do 2 streams next week. 8-Man Brewing has 14 subs. This is Zach. Zach, are you in here?
Zach's always here.
It was a really good video. Did you watch it yet? Did you watch Zach's video?
I don't know if I feel like I may have subscribed to him before he put up videos.
I think it took him.
I just gotta.
There he is.
What is?
It took him 5 years to make the video.
Nice.
No, I'm kidding. But he says that he shot the
he
beginning
said.
part a long time ago. Okay, we got 8-Man at 50 views
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna
and 14 subs.
What is it? 8-Man, 8-min or no man?
8-Man. He's got a hell of a thumbnail. He's got a great thumbnail. I want to see if he wants to. I don't know. Maybe do a thumbnail if he's interested. Party time.
Just 8-man.
Is Jorge Castro still in here? I get lonely when Jorge's not in here. Hold me closer.
Having a hard time finding.
Oh,
Zach.
you want to hear some stuff? I do want to talk about horizontal fermenters after this because it was kind of tripping me out at Dissolver why they had so many. But I was looking at plane tickets from Nashville to Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. $300, bro. $300. SK, Shawnakella, just subscribed to 8-Man. Much love, Shawnakella. I love you, man. And I probably said your name wrong, but it doesn't matter because you know what I'm trying to say. Come here. That's all communication really is.
I heard 8-man. It's 8-man.
8-Man. Yeah. Jorge, there's a ticket from Nashville because it's really expensive to fly out of Knoxville or Asheville. You want to go to Charlotte or Nashville. And then I can get down there for about $300 to Aguadilla. So maybe end of summer, Jorge, I can come in and be obnoxious for 5 days. Party Time Brewing is at $8.29, and I'm glad that worked out because I'm trying to utilize the Shawnakella. Oh nah. What it sounds all right. I nailed it. I'm good. Dave Dempster, big shout out to Dave Dempster. Much love, Double D. 829. I'm trying to utilize YouTube's social media, and I'm glad you got that shout out on the story because it does have like 1,000 views on my end. So if you,
yeah, for sure. Like the apartment brewer, he just did his last video, and I think I have like 10 minutes of Party Time T-shirt viewing on that one.
nice,
So that's pretty cool in there.
nice. All right, last YouTube video.
Just gotta start injuring myself for doing stupid stunts. Just be like the hot rod of fucking brew tube.
Do the next one trying to do a gainer over the community pool on a bicycle, just going down a little ice plant hill or something. And that was the thing that Lawson taught me because they have Nathaniel who does the TikTok, Instagram stuff, and then Lawson who does their Final Cut Pro. And they were like, you have to keep social media separate. They don't roll over. Like they just don't roll over. So I'm really trying to utilize the YouTube because I have everything unlocked. Because once you get to 1,000, you can unlock posting. And you get to 5,000, you get a merch store. 10,000, you get shorts, whatever. I've got all 5 of them unlocked. So I've got here's the video I made of Party Time. So it's got 898 views.
Oh, nice.
And I can click, and if you click that, it goes directly to your channel.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't notice that.
I pulled up right now. I'm unsubscribed.
Yeah.
No, that happened with me and Steve, and that happened between me and Steve when we were at a brewery right by the airport in Asheville. I pulled up his channel because I was trying to become a member. He's got it set up where for like $2 a month, you could support it in the same way I get the support from the Barrage Army. But Goose Bravo, what up, Raj? Subscribe to Bell, 8-Man Brewing. Subscribed and bell. He hit the I don't even do that, man. Much love to Goosey out there in Texas. Whoa, 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 whoa. But when I watch BrewTubers videos, I watch them on my smart TV because I'll watch them all the way through, no questions asked, because I want to get their average user duration up. And I don't trust myself on a phone because halfway through the video or 10 seconds in, you get a text or a Snapchat, and then you're off, and it fucks it fucks everything up for them. So when I was pulling up Steve's, I was like, hey, I want to try to be a member, which you actually can't do from your phone. We pulled up his channel on my login, and there was like, if you watch a video on a phone for a little bit, there's like the red meter at the bottom, and it shows you how long you've watched it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm looking at his, and he's looking at mine on his videos on my login, and there's only like 10 seconds in, and it looks like I was like, no, man, I watch these all when I'm in bed. Every BrewTuber that I support, and even the guys I don't support when I do watch them. I mean, even the channels that I support by watching, but I don't talk to them and stuff like that. I will always watch on the TV because it's a 100% average view duration. You get all 100% of it. Yeah. So I don't know. It was just funny though. Hey, here, subscribe to Party Time Brewing. Pulled up on my phone. It's just like blocked and reported. It doesn't.
Nice. Nice. If I unsubscribe, will it notify you every time I resubscribe? Like, if everyone every 1,000 of Yeast and the Beast subscribers, can we get them to subscribe and unsubscribe like 50 times, and they'll just get like 50,000 notifications?
I don't think it works that way, but I do need to get Yeast in the Barrage back on here. Hold on, we got some love from Chris Vodka. Here we go. Oh, that is the keg-grader system. See that? You'll see it in 10 seconds. Yeah. It's coming through.
Yeah, you gotta get that stream cam going on your thing, and then you'd be able to, whoever you're talking to would be able to see and hear everything on the stream.
He's got the good tap handles too. These are what are these? These are the Perlix. These are like $100 a pop, Chris. You see that right there? God, those look shiny. Beautiful. Chris Radeye on Instagram. Check him out. It is Radiation. R-A-D-I 8 number 8 T-I-O-N.
Hey.
Oh, okay. That's what he was showing me. They're underneath the freezer, so we can open them up.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm trying to do the
that's the way mine are looking. I got the small taps on the handles on now.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You can't do the Brew Show's custom tap handles on there. You got to have the small little chode nubs, which is cool. You don't need a big tap handle unless you want a big tap handle.
I see Shawnee Kelly was saying, do you watch Dr. Hans? And if you're talking about like transitions in videos, Dr. Hans has it down for good transitions and effects in his videos. Do you check out him?
Yeah, sort of. He puts out a lot of content. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He usually does a video. I think it comes out every Sunday, and it's usually they're a lot different stuff than a lot of people are doing. So it's kind of interesting. Made me want to get a 3D printer because he did a lot of cool stuff with there. And you can do some pretty cool tap handles with a 3D printer.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, shout out to the guy. He's out there in Sweden, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Dr. Hans. Some tells me he's not a doctor. Some tells me his name's probably not even Hans, but I love him for it.
Making up everything.
Yeah, we'll see. But one thing me and Ape Man Pearson, I like that. So we were at Dissolver on Sunday, and we noticed they had a bunch of horizontal fermenters. You see those out there in some of the breweries in Nova Scotia?
No, I haven't seen too much on the horizontal. I know if you're doing the open, I only just know that because I watched a recent video from, I don't know, Craft Beer and Brewing that had Russian River dude talking about the open fermenters. Like you want kind of like the 1-to-1 ratios instead of just the tall ass fermenters.
The 1-to-1 ratio.
Oh, I don't know, something like that with open fermenters, but it may not be the same as horizontal. So go ahead on that. Interested.
Me and Steve were just kind of trying to figure it out, and I thought that there were horizontal fermenters because back in the day, me being a dumbass, I thought that big breweries have big fermenters. Some of them are 250 barrels here in Nevada.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought, like, how do you get up all the way up there to pitch your yeast or put whatever you have to in at the top? Do you really have a 40-foot ladder? And back in the day, they probably did. But it's more, I think it's more of a lagering thing, because if you put it on the side, there's more surface area for the trub to settle out. So it's more of a fining. It's more of a clearing thing. And with lagers back in the day, or even now, some people take a long time for them to lager or age or store, whatever country derivative word you want to use. But I think that's why they do it. So it speeds up the lagering process. But Dissolver had them, and they stacked them. I think they were 2 or 3 high, but no more than that. But it's just a lot more surface area for the trub to kind of filter out or spread out. And when it's vertical, it's all just kind of condensed right there. And that was what I got from it. That was what I took from it. And if anybody knows anything that I don't, maybe Noam knows something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like in my from like just
horizontal dimensions around more. Yeah.
Touch on it, but like when you got your lager yeast, like the Saccharomyces pastorianus or something like that, like where it's fermenting from the bottom, like it doesn't make sense that you'd want that bigger surface area to expose it to more of the beer, so we're
cutting out
where the particles like it all kind of just combines closely in the bottom of the tank, and it wouldn't.
There he is.
Like maybe the stuff that's buried has too much pressure, and I think it's to do with pressure on the yeast too when it's at the bottom of a conical. Like you don't want 10-story high, 250 hectoliter or whatever the hell they got for giant tanks. So I think the horizontal makes more sense with the lagering for sure. I don't know the use on the regular brewing, but yeah, it'd be interesting to know. I see an article here on beerandbrewing.com has seems to have some good stuff, but I'm not going to read on the Hoppy Hour.
Is it the one that talks about how there's something in there that I've never heard of, that if you put it sideways, it diminishes or can kill that off flavor of beef broth or dog food? To me, it sounds like bullshit. It sounds like a thing that could just fill pages or just put something in your head to make you more of a beer snob. But that was the one that I read. But what did make sense to me is like, obviously, like, the reason kegs are vertical is because kegs take up so much damn space. They're so big, So obviously the vertical thing makes a lot of sense to me, but the trub thing makes a ton of sense. Trub's a big thing. It's a huge thing, especially with lagering and making craft beer, good looking beer, taste, or not taste, but look like Coors Light, something like Keystone Light, something very
and you gotta looking at a
straw see-through gold, straw color.
Yeah, looking at some horizontal. Like if you Google it, look it up. A lot of the horizontal fermenters look like they're kind of double stacked. So like if you double stack it, it's not really taking up much different space than if you had two standing next to each other. It's just obviously you got the.
I think you break even on that triple stack, on that double, baby. That 4x, But they were double stacked and they have same amount of legs, right? I guess if they're really long, you might want to have obviously legs in the corner and then maybe legs in the middle. So there's 6 legs, a little bit more welding. But
they look like they're like kind of braid. You got the like cross brace right across the whole belly of it. So it's probably figuring that because that'd be a lot of weight.
A lot of weight.
I see Jeremy mentioned horizontal, it's less temperature stratification and hydrostatic pressure. I don't know much about the temperature stratification, but hydrostatic makes sense for sure.
We'll chop this up. I'll make a video out of this. And keep in mind, I don't know anything about this. I'm not a commercial brewer.
We're the experts. We got this.
No, but where the experts come in is somebody will let us know in the comment section. And I've said this before, and I will say it again, is that you can learn more from a YouTube video's comment section than the actual video itself, because it's the internet. It's the power of the internet. And I put out that video. I'm reading it right now. You commented on it. Just the clickbait video of me, Noam, and Aliaz talking about NASCAR and Prohibition, which is awesome, which is so rad to just put that together. It's just really good American history. And somebody wrote, "Hey, I want to let you know." I'll just read it. I mean, he sounds like a piece of shit. He sounds like the like a nerd from the movie Road Trip or something. But he nailed it. What did he say? What happened?
I better go get a beer. Can you hold it down for a minute?
I don't think I can.
No? Shit.
No, try your best. Okay, here we go. Nick Keen. Oh, he's got some thumbs ups too. See, that's why the comment section is the best. Man, I would love to come on and explain this correctly. I am a cocktails spirits professional. All right, man. As well as a historian. Hey, he's a Renaissance man. I could do 3 straight hours on moonshine, in parentheses, which the word is derived from when it's typically made at night. The reason is so that cops can't see the steam rising from the woods at night. That makes perfect sense. From the historian, this is from Nick Keen. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can click on the last Summer Flight video. He's got the one of the Muppet Babies or some shit. I don't know. You guys can check it out. That was a way better answer in a condensed Twitter format. And thank you. Thank you. So I think on that note, we're doing an NBC. Big shout out to, Noam Brewing, man. Noam, you want to come on for a beer? It's there if you want it. I tried to get, did Jorge not get my text? Jorge, did you not get my, I'm still on the, Padres are on a good one, baby. Just the bummer about the Padres is that they're in the toughest division in baseball. They're in the toughest division in any sport. You have the Giants, the Dodgers, and the Padres all in the same division. 3 out of the 5 best teams in baseball. It sucks. Make it more like basketball. The NBA is stupid how they do the cumulative thing. Divisions don't even matter. Just schedule every team. You don't need divisions in the NBA if you're just going to do it cumulatively. But we're drinking beer tonight. HB Dale, Budweiser's, horizontal tanks, or the Beechwood aging tanks, I think. All right. Can we get Noam on here for a beer? Are you cool with that? Can we do another hour?
Oh, if you get Norman here, you're not doing another hour. You're doing like 3 or 4 more hours.
No, we're not. We're doing 1 more hour. But we're only going as long as you are tonight, James. We're only going when you take off, we're all taking off.
I only got about half an hour left, so I'm a midnight kind of person lately. I've been up too late. And I need the big important question is Jeremy Stonewhite, is this your beer? I think it is. It's been in the fridge for a bit and I just never got around to drinking it. It's a TNT IPA, maybe.
Okay, we got party time at 8:31. Subscribers.
Sweet, that's awesome.
Much love. Theron, I can't click on that. If I see the chat over here, Theron, but if I click on that, it's going to take me off. I'll do it. I'm just going to do it really fast. He's got cool tap handles. Got it. All right, we're coming back. Got it. Can't do it. It takes me off. Okay, maybe we'll see something from Noah. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Banchan for lunch then. We could be good boys tonight. Usually we do... How does it say only an hour and a half? Oh, we started at 9 o'clock, right?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. We started.
Yeah, we started at 9 o'clock. All right, this one's for Brian L. This is a delicious beer.
Nice. I got one from another dude that's in the chat that haven't tried yet. And also just realized my speakers were turned on and the headphones, so there's no sense of me wearing headphones the whole time. Hopefully it wasn't too echoey or anything.
No?
Okay, sweet.
Wait, so how do you hear me then?
Oh, I had the headphones on, so I was hearing you through the headphones, but then when I took the headphones off, I realized the speakers were on, so I had no reason to have the headphones on the whole time.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I'm an idiot.
I'm all about style.
You got to tell me everything twice, man. Naughty Boy double IPA. Dude, I'm so stoked to do this double IPA video. It's a 3-minute homebrew fly video. It's a 3-minute tutorial video and a 6-minute MBC video. It's going to be so obnoxious. And we talked about it earlier about look in your analytics and see when people are leaving in the videos and trying to figure out like a better pace to keep people around. So YouTube put your videos more in the recommended stuff, and the NBC montage, everybody drops off. It drops off hard, But if I don't put it in there, the comment section, everyone's like, where's the NBC? Where's the NBC? So I kind of created this monster of like, it's not, I don't know if I ever do show. Fuck that. If I'm doing NBC and I really want to do it, I don't care about the algorithm at all. This will be a community video. And that's a community video. And I was watching Kingpin the other night. And I was like, I'm going to go to bed tonight. I'm going to go to bed at a decent hour. It's 1 a.m. And remember the last scene where Big Earn wins? And he's shaking hands with everybody. Uh-oh, we got a joke from Ryan. I hear
the you can only hear the little Nintendo or whatever music.
You hear that? You hear that or you don't hear that? Ryan Sandberg in the house. But the scene from Kingpin where Big Earn just wins and he's like getting bombed by everybody. He's like, I'm above the law. I don't care about anything. I'm a millionaire. I've got so much money. I don't give a shit. And then Woody Harrelson's there for probably a day, and he's just sitting there, and the crowd clears out, and all the janitors are cleaning up, and they're sweeping, and they give him his fake prosthetic hand back, and he sits there, and he just looks up and just yells, "Ah!" Do you remember that scene?
Oh shit! I missed that. It was on the chat
on MySpace. I woke up and I ran to my computer. I was like, I'm screen flowing that right now, or else I won't forget. So I ended up staying up to like 3 a.m. But that doesn't matter. What does matter? Ryan Gate in the house. He's got a joke of the day, man. Ryan Sandberg, much love, you sweet baby boy. Spleens is in the house. We're here too. Joke of the day. Do you know diarrhea is hereditary? It runs in your genes. What's my favorite joke? What is Moby Dick's dad's name? I got a lot of jokes. James, what is Moby Dick's dad's name? Dad's name.
I don't know that one.
Papa Boner.
Nice.
Do you get it? Yeah. You're like, what did the skeleton get? What did the scarecrow get? Why did the scarecrow get a raise?
Why did the scarecrow get a raise?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Nice.
All right, we're bringing Gnome in here. We're officially
everywhere.
We're bringing Gnomeski in here. Where's the Gnomeski? We're gonna go to. All right, here we go. We're gonna be up till 6 a.m. now. Where's Gnome? Yeah, it looks better now. Now it looks a lot better. I got to change up something. All right, Gnome, we had you. We lost you, Gnome. We had you and we lost you, man. Big shout out to Ryan Sandberg, man. There's Gnome. He's somewhere in there. I'll make this a little smaller, doing this on the fly. You know what? I can do green screen. I can put myself doing like a... Here he goes. I want to give a big shout out to... There he is. What up, Gnome?
How's it going, guys?
Dude, what up, you Braj? This is the setup. This is the setup right here. 2 people. What's going on, Adam? How we living, Braj? Let's bring it.
Very well. How are yourselves?
Dude.
Oh, I'm good.
Chilling like a villain on penicillin, man. Business as usual.
Hey, Gnome, you may have answered this before already, but is the Butterfinger still alive, or did that get all fucked up with freezing it?
No, it's actually doing very well.
Okay, nice. Was the Butterfinger the one that froze?
Yeah, that and the remnants of the Simcoe versus Simcoe, but I just pretty much like ditched that. But the stout's doing really well.
Okay, nice.
Very surprised. I was actually, obviously worried. You put all that time into it, not only for that to happen, but it thawed. Yeah. It was very foamy at first, but it kind of.
Okay, what do they talk about when it if it freezes? It's like I've heard stratification or something like that, but I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, that's above me too. I'm not that smart.
I think I hear that on Brewlosophy once in a while when
it's not in our pay grade.
Loggering, and if you just make sure you don't get too cold.
It's not in our.
That's
pay
when
grade.
I go. Oh yeah. Was it a good beer? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
we gotta get Rob, exactly. We gotta get Rob Barnes in here, man. Maybe Ryan Sandberg. See what happens. Hey, Noam, cheers, Braj. All right, James, we're doing 2 more beers, and we're gonna cap it.
2 more beers?
2 more beers.
Okay, shit. I'm gonna be.
Hey, we didn't do a beer last night.
A large glass.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have another one of Jeremy's beers downstairs too, because I don't think I actually tasted them when he gave me them like a month or 2 ago. But this one's delicious. TNT IPA. No idea what's in it, but
thanks for being here, Noam. Gnome is the regular. Gnome, thanks for commenting. Both you guys commented on the last video. It's eating shit, but I knew it was going to eat shit. But you guys still commented on it anyway, and that was fun, man. It wasn't even a video. That's not a Homebrew for Life video. I was like, do I put this on the Hoppy Hour channel where it belongs? Or do I clickbait the shit out of it and put it on Homebrew for Life? And
yeah, I think it makes sense to throw on the Homebrew for Life. Just if you're not putting out a video this week, I think people want to see something or at least have the option. And it had good video info in it. It's just I think as soon as people see a chopped up chat video, they're just probably immediately
turned off.
Slightly turned off. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching them, but it might be the core that enjoys watching them.
And here's what it does do. It's going to give me 5 subscribers on the Hoppy Hour. Like it'll promote it, and then it'll take away like 50 on Homebrew for Life. But it's like, hey, if you're not really brewing, you probably quit, and you don't want to be here, and I don't want you here. So let's filter out some ghost followers. What up, PD McEnroe?
Yeah, and that's the thing, like with the followers. Like sometimes you get going on, or like if you have a big like Hoppy Hour night, like some people might subscribe just because you're like, oh yeah, get it going. But then the next day you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not really interested in
the brush.
Not subscribing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You just want people that want your content.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you get trolls or whatever, and I'm not going to apologize for putting out free content on the internet. I'm just going to put it out and
for sure.
Rock and roll, baby. We got lives to live. Everyone in here, everyone in the chat. Yeah. Someone's got their shit turned on. Someone's got an echo.
Yeah,
who's got the echo?
I don't think it's me.
But I did fucking know. Goddamn Gnome, had enough. But I did know that Gnome clearly sounds the best. When I go back and try to chop these up, Gnome is on point with his microphone.
I try my best. Is it better now, or is it like?
James, say something.
I don't know.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Dude, Gnome, your microphone audio is giving me a chubby brush.
Mine's probably just all echo.
No, we're good.
Really
and at the end of the day, if people aren't complaining about it in the chat, we're chilling, man. We're barraging. All right, I'm gonna hold it down.
I think, you got it. I think your room is the one that, or at least maybe mine is too, but yours has a bit of echo still in there.
Theron says we're good. He's the producer. Much love, Theron. BRB.
Nice.
Yeah, like
sweet Gnome. So what do you got? What do you got brewing?
I have a 10-gallon West Coast. Like 5 different hops, hot side. Or actually, I think 4, maybe 5. I'm trying to remember, nice. But 70 IBUs. Oh, dude, where the like liquid volume line. If I'm pouring water into my vessel, that's where the hops were. Like that's like the spent hops. Obviously, some hops ended up in the unit tank as well. But like, it was just a ridiculous beer. Actually, it clogged my mid port too. So
nice.
It's just like
I've had that once in a while trying to do the samples, and you have to like knock out like a frickin' 12 ounces before you even get somewhere near clear beer out of the sample valve.
So I lowered my my headphones. Hopefully that helps. But
I was talking with my speakers on, so. Apparently
my speakers
pick up much, but I was looking at the. Do you use OBS or anything, or do you just
what do you do?
Discord
on the computer?
Just going through like how I normally do. I haven't.
Okay, nice. Yeah, yours is fine.
I'm like I don't know.
Beer Quaz, man. Beer Quaz and Theron are barraging, man. Always the fucking barrages. Spleens is in here too, man. Minnesota Fat's in the house.
Theron says it's perfect. Don't touch anything.
Nobody do anything. Nobody do nothing.
I kind of lowered it already, but we'll see how it
goes.
goes.
Nice. No, what's the model on that really fast? Because I'm kind of in between.
Microphone or the interface?
What's the interface? Is that the mixer or the recorder?
It's literally just a 2-channel piece of shit, like probably 10 years old, Focusrite. It's a 2-in, 2-out.
Oh, nice.
Called Scarlet Red.
XLR?
Yeah, mine's way too overkill. Like, I don't know if you can see it. I guess you can kind of see it there.
Whoa, like, you got some toys.
About a years ago, and that's like.
Is that PS4?
I think it's like, where?
I need to go jerk off now, man. Look at all this shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'll try to.
Do you guys mind if it's on the stream? XLR.
Oh no, whatever. I think you're allowed to do that on YouTube.
I want to go. I mean, I kind of showed you guys my couch a little bit, but I'm being a real human again. I'm kind of getting shit together. I've just got a Zoom H6 down here, but no, No, what's the actual microphone? Is that an Audio Technica or is that a Shure?
Yeah, sure. SM57. It's like your standard. Like if you've went to like a comedy show or a concert, you've seen probably 10 of them.
Way better than mine.
Oh, nice. I got a Chinese ripoff of an SM57 sitting on the other side of the room. I haven't really tested it out, but I don't think it's anywhere near the quality of the.
This isn't
the $30 mic's not quite the same quality as the.
Yeah.
Those are actually reasonably priced, aren't they? Like they're only $110 or $120 or something. Or?
This isn't a brew channel at all. We're just talking about we're talking about we're talking about third party knockoff shit versus Shure SM57 because there's an M58 now.
Cold, guys.
Okay, I got you want me to get even better here? Well,
that microphone's only $100, bro.
We'll talk about. We'll talk about doing using Cricut to make t-shirts.
What about now? Do I sound better now? Noam, do you have anything kind of dialed in? Do you have any egg sound or egg foam stuff, or is that just all natural?
No, I live in a fucking jail cell, pretty much.
Sounds good for audio.
Look at my background, dude. It's just a fucking piece of shit surrounding.
Hey, look at my background. It's
we got a little bit of
$10 green screen
filter there with some cloth.
Damn, that microphone's only $100.
Yeah. I mean, it was even less when I bought it. It's probably more now, like a brand new one.
Shit, man, that's way better than mine.
All right, I just turned it up a little bit more. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
sounds good on that. It always sounds good on the Discord. It's just like when it gets mixed into the Streamlabs or something. I think it's sometimes a little finicky.
Yeah. I do have another mic, but
audio's the shit.
Switch it out, but
audio's the shit. I don't care about video at all. Audio is the shit. Oh, I don't.
Oh yeah, for this stuff you need the audio decent, hopefully.
Kind of with everything. I mean, I shoot so much stuff with just my iPhone now, and if you're outside or you're inside and you have good lighting, the iPhones are so rad. You know, I got a YouTube channel with 30,000 subscribers on it. I can't dump a ton of money into production. I got to make it work.
But it's fun dumping money into production, though.
The toys are fun. The toys are fun if you're using them, and with production, you get what I've noticed about production is it's kind of like construction. You get the same pride at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's no better. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When I upload a YouTube video or I look at it, I'm like, "This is done. This is done." Not because it was rushed, because I think in my heart as well as I can't look at this shit anymore. Like, this is done. This video's done. We're going live. I like it. It made me laugh twice. Maybe some other people might get a kick out of it. It's going live. Construction's the same way. When you sit back and you look like, damn, I just built that pergola. I built that deck. I took out a fireplace. I built something in there. You're like, there's not too many jobs you get. Like you feel really good when the job is done. Unless you're like a doctor or a nurse and you're saving people's lives. I'd imagine that feels pretty fucking good. But you're just hey, I'm punching in, I'm punching out. It's like, you want to feel really, really, really good. And construction and production is kind of the same thing. It's like, hey, we're going to write it out. We got some storyboard. We've got a recipe. We've got this. Here's the first day. Here's the second day. Third day's this. Fourth day's this. Fifth day, we go live. And go live means like, you know, on YouTube it means you go live, and in construction means you're getting paid. But it's kind of the same, man. There's like 4 steps. It's like pen to paper, foundation. The only thing about, you know, production is like there's no demo. You just get in there and you start going. But there's like, hey, now we're gonna get the audio. Day 1's gonna be audio. Production or construction is like day 1's like framing. Day 2 is like organize all the clips. Day 3 is this. Day 4 is that. And I was talking to Lawson. Lawson takes a month for a Climber video. It takes him a month to do, which is why they're so good. But it's 1 month for a Climber video for him to. They keep the cameras rolling all day. They don't turn them off.
It'd be nice to have a couple cameras on like during the brew day and just kind of do the brew day and at the end go through it and edit. But man, that takes some time.
Takes a lot of time. And I was asking him, I was like, because I'll never spend more than a day just looking at files. And Lawson's like, I'll look at files before I even put them into my timeline, sometimes for a week. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. You're just looking like a detective of what you want to use before you even put it into your timeline for 40 hours. No, I'm out.
Okay, so we'll get back into some more brewing.
Yeah,
stuff.
brewing
No,
stuff. Yeah. How big's your penis?
What's your right now? If you could do a fix or an addition or a reno to the brew house, what would you do? What's your
Gnomeski?
What would you like to get installed or change or anything like that? You got any ideas?
Me or
great sweater.
Me or
notice that till now.
Me or Gnome, or should we round robin this?
Oh, we'll round robin it. I'll go with Gnome first.
Let's go for it, Gnome. Upgrade to the brew house. Is there a price? Is there a realistic?
No. Well, if it's a realistic one.
All right, I like this. I'm having fun. Okay, Gnome, let's hear it.
First off, I hear you, Shauna. I completely understand where you're talking about. Feedback's a real issue, so I do apologize. I understand that completely.
Oh, new drinking game. Every time Gnome says I'm sorry or apologize, we have to drink.
But for me, it would be a 7-gallon unit tank. I kind of made a really poor decision buying a 14-gallon. I also made a really poor decision buying a 15-gallon system. But for me, it would be just a really kind of high-end fermenter for small batches, so I can really dial in, like pilot, or what I wouldn't call it pilot, but like just something I don't have to like really invest a lot of money in batch wise. Obviously, you'd make the initial investment buying a really high-end 7-gallon, but just something I can really like make small batch beers with like the same amount of control that like a professional brewery would have.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that'd be good. How about you, CH? What do you got?
Chest freezer.
Other than just getting a brewing system, what do you? What would you like to do? Like as a reno or something like that?
Like as a what?
Like a reno. Like what kind of what would you do to the place or pick up? Like what kind of piece of kit do you want?
I mean, I've made so many videos. I've made so many videos about this before, like top 10 things to buy, top 5 things to buy, top this and that. And I didn't know what I had was right underneath my brew house, which was having a garage. Now that I don't have a garage, it's like, I want a garage. It's not going to happen until I buy a house, but I'm not going to build a shed as a homebrewer. So I really have to make things work. My dream right now in homebrewing, and this, I want this really bad, and I want to make a YouTube about this really bad. I've got a lot of dumb shit antics written down for this. Is a 5.2 brand new cubic keezer, and I'm not going to deck it out. It's going to be the exact opposite of Brew Cabin's video. Like he's got the lights,
nice.
He's got a big one. This is a homebrew for life way. I'm going back to the homebrew for life, being resourceful. Being like focusing on functionality. What do we need out of a? I don't want to. I know they're out there. I know there's 20-foot cubic feet, $700 chest freezers at Costco and Home Depot, and even the 7.2. They get big, but the smallest one I think out there is 5.2, and I want that.
Okay.
And I want that the most, and I need that the most because I need to start putting out content again. And I think I want 2 of those. I'd rather have 2 5.2s than 1.7, because one you could use as temperature control, and the other one's at 38 degrees, and it's your draft system. So you've got kind of the same amount of space it's taking up. One of them is solely for temp control, and then one of them is let's happy hour. Let's drink beer.
Yeah, for sure. No,
I would do that. I would do two of those.
The five. I know with this. I have a real small Costco one, and I was using it as a temp control thing.
Yeah.
But that was only good for like 1 bucket.
Cheers, Kyle Roberts.
I guess if you're fermenting in kegs, you could probably do 4 separate kegs at it, or you could have 4 different like lagers going at the same time in a keg, but not the buckets. Just it would only fit 1 in. But
you're thinking how you said you didn't want to think in the beginning. You were like, hey, we have to dummy it down 2.5 batches. It's like when you first start brewing, you're like, dude, I can get 20 beers on tap. I can get all those beers on tap. I want 2 beers. I want 2 corny kegs in there, and I want 5-pound CO2 tank. And I could probably hit a Todd or Anvil or whoever and be like, hey, can I get a CO2 tank? I'm gonna buy it on Friday, and you know, you could do 2x4, you could do 2x6 or 2x8. Like Clawhammer does a 2x8 because they have an actual manifold in there with CO2 regulators that you can turn and stuff like that. And with the 2x8, you have all the space in the world. 2x4, my regulator is just going to be off my CO2 tank. But they have like commercial grade regulators on, you know what I'm trying to say? Am I blown it? Am I drunk? You know when you go into a walk-in at a brewery and they have their big, you know, nozzles everyone's turning and they're trying to keep it around 8 to 12 PSI. They actually have that on Clawhammer's Keezer because they have, it's either a 2x8 or 2x12. But I don't have that. My regulator would just be on my CO2 tank, so I could get away with, I don't know, 2x4. 2x6 is safe. 2x4 is kind of weird because you might want to put a spunning valve in there, and I don't know how. You know, you put the 2x4 in there so everything can close properly, and I just think 2x6 is the safest bet. So, and you know what? If you're just doing it for temperature control, maybe you don't even need to build out a Keezer.
Yeah, I don't know. I was always curious, and I haven't looked at the guts of the systems too much. But like, if you could use the used freezer and just like totally take the entire guts out of it and just build a insulated fermentation chamber, maybe even bigger than the normal size, that'd be an interesting test.
For sure.
I don't know how easy it is to move the guts out of a freezer or a fridge or something.
For sure. Jared Herrera, party time. That cold IPA intro was fucking awesome. Big shout out to Jared, man. We got some good questions coming in right now. This is good right now. This is the Barrage Hour. Brewing Bad. I'm with UCH. I'm about to make a functional 5.5 cubic foot Keezer all the way. Michael Wall. Here's a good question. And I want to hear this from all you guys. Starting with Gnome, we'll go clockwise. How long will a 5-pound CO2 tank last?
I was just typing it up real quick. I mean, it depends if you're only carbonating kegs. I would say like 6 kegs worth. But I mean, if you're like pushing sanitizer through kegs to like, you know, purge them of oxygen completely,
transferring,
that's when that thing starts changing. For me, I'm using I'm using like a massive vessel, so to fill that with like pressure before it can push beer, or I should say, like takes more CO2 to actually like build pressure. So for me, it's kind of hard to like, you know, put it into to numbers, but like everyone's gonna have different results. But
yeah,
I don't know. I would say like about 6 kegs. That's kind of like a safe bet.
Dill pickle.
It depends on what you're doing with
7
like,
cornies.
Sorry.
Everyone's got a drink. He just apologized. I interrupted him and he apologized. Chug. 7 corny kegs. 7 corny kegs.
That sounds about right. I would say like for me it's like 5 to 6, depending on like I said, I'm using it for other purposes, and like, you know, unfortunately my scale can't weigh, because everyone's like, oh, just weigh the scale, you'll weigh the tank, you'll have a good idea how much is left. Unfortunately I can't do that. My scale's not meant for like heavy weight, but yeah, I don't know. if you're able to do that, you kind of have a good idea of what's left. But I'll shut up.
No, it was good. James, what do you say? How long will a 5-pound keg last? 5-pound tank last?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the shit. I forget what you call it, but
go to bed. Cut them off.
Yeah, the group. I'm gonna go with group think and say it's 6 to 7 kegs. I really don't know. We have our good buddies that give us pretty good deals on the getting the kegs filled or the CO2 filled. So I don't even pay attention to it. I have like 3 or 4 kegs. I went there last time to get a keg. What do you call it? Like pressure tested. And when the wife came back, she's like, "Oh yeah, they had an extra keg, the extra tank they gave you. So now I got like 2 10 or 15-pound tanks. So they got a lot kicking
those
around."
Explode.
Yeah, that'd be much messier than the other one.
I'm gonna say this. I think you're both right, and I think that's your rite of passage as a home brewer. I think if you have no leaks, that 5-pound tank will last a very long time, and you figure out how to not over pour beers.
Yeah.
And you have to go back and fill up that tank again and figure out where to buy it from. That is your rite of passage as a home brewer, because you brewed what, 5 to 10 times?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless there's a leak.
Yeah.
If that thing burns out, you ain't shit.
What are they
Yeah.
charging you guys to fill them up? What are you paying for a 5-pound tank to get it refilled? Do you just
Probably
do you
cheaper out
exchange, or
here.
do you take it to an air, like one of the air supply, or
Yeah,
I think that's
don't
the
take
name.
it to a homebrew store. Homebrew stores will charge you like $5 a pound, gallon. $5 a
Yeah,
pound.
it was about 25 bucks for like a 5-pounder out here, but I think it's only like
15 if
30
you go
bucks
to
for like a 10 or
How much?
15 pounder or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
25
How
bucks
much?
on an exchange.
$25.
Houston the Barrage.
Yeah.
Welcome back, baby.
Holy shit, that is expensive.
But
Wow.
that's like the homebrew shop doesn't have their own stuff. They basically take your tank, exchange it for one
Yeah.
that's full, and then they send it off to the company that I get it filled from. So
I bring it directly to the source. They fill it for me. Like I do not exchange because like I bought a brand new one.
Oh,
but it's
you're
about-
that guy? I put my stickers on it, and I want to
No,
keep the
yeah.
same one.
No stickers.
It's
Dude,
it's a
I
keg,
told
bro.
Derek Boy, I'm such a fucking like you
OCD.
know,
That's cool. Hey, I get it, man.
more beer and Northern Brewer love me because I buy brand new kegs like an asshole.
I'm buying one off the fucking
Just
crazy
like
cat
an
lady
asshole.
down the street tomorrow, man. I think I'm buying a regulator. She's selling me a CO2 tank with a regulator that's full for like $150. Is that a good deal? Because that doesn't sound like a good deal at all.
it seems for new it seems pretty reasonable. We had a
Keg 60,
we had a
regulator
sale
75.
here recently for a Kegland one. I think I paid $60 or $62
I'm just
Canadian
gonna
for a brand new regulator.
I'm just gonna take her on a date. She looks like the landlord from Kingpin. Like the la, la, la. You'll take her out. We'll call it even. Hey, Roy. I know how you like to
Or you
drink.
just buy this. You can buy
No,
the
I'm kidding.
sketchiest looking tank, and then take it to an exchange place when they have a nice tank. And then you can start.
That's a homebrew for life video. I'm stealing that. That's
Yeah.
exactly
Go
the way. Go ahead.
You just buy the most rotten looking tank,
Yeah.
take it in for the exchange, get a brand new one,
Yeah.
and then start filling it on your own at a
Genius.
liquid oil place.
Genius, man. Genius. And then you put all your stickers on that, and you know, like your stickers are like your license plate.
Yeah.
It's like putting your initials on your tools. You're like, hey, man, like that was mine. Like, I want that one. Bring it back to me, punk motherfuckers.
Oh, Arno's here. He wants to free Johnny Depp.
Arno, come on down.
He wants a free John Depp.
I think he can
No
do
one's
it. I think
no
he can do
one's
it. He has the power.
no one's gonna win in this. And like Jorge Castro said earlier, a lot of guys don't have the money to kind of fight it out. They just roll with the punches. Society is always gonna take.
You know what bugs me about this whole case is if it was like, John Demp and Amber, who gives a fuck, nobody would give a shit about this case, and like it wouldn't be on, the news. We wouldn't be talking about it. It would have lasted one day, not like whatever it's been.
I'm telling you,
a
man.
week and a half.
It's cable
like
guy.
that,
It's cable guy. It's cable guy.
it grosses me out if I'm being honest. Like I'm just like, ugh. Like why are we giving
No, it
it
makes-
the attention that we are?
No, it makes sense. Like I seen the memes. It's like, where were you when World War III broke up? And then it's talking about like watching the Amber Heard thing or something instead of like paying attention to like bullshit going on in Ukraine or
Important
something. Like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it
Anything.
because the media is not
Yeah.
dividing everybody for once. The media
Yeah.
the media loves when athletes and Hollywood people and politicians they fuck up, and we love it too because they're rich and famous and they act like they're one of us, but they're not. They have millions of dollars and they live in privacy, but they go on social media and pretend like they're from the street. Some of them are, but it's rad that no one's getting divided over this. It's like the exact opposite of 2020.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it. At the end of the day, they're Hollywood actors. I know some friends that are trying to make it in Hollywood, whether it's musicians or stand-up comedians. They're the most psycho, cutthroat punk motherfuckers ever that don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. It's the most cutthroat business. You couldn't even imagine it. Getting your foot in the door, hooking up with who, trying to be friends, fake to everybody, trying to get in. And when you do make it and you try to act like you're trying to save the world now on social media, and then your true colors come out and you're drunk as fuck and you're high and you're shitting in beds and you're screaming and throwing punches. I love it. 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 NBC? And it's all these guys. It like, you think Sean Penn's like teaching a yoga class or shooting? It's like, no, this guy's like, probably
He's over in the Ukraine on the front lines.
You think?
Are you getting?
You think
at like we all have skeletons? Like, because of course we do. And,
no, it's like the guy that worked for Mr. Beast that came out. He's like, hey, this guy is fucking crazy. Every day he says like we're retarded and we're stupid and we're gonna get fired tomorrow. But we see his public image. He's like, hey, win $1 million. Chop your finger off for $1 million. Or
the worst of you gets exposed in this type of situation.
Yeah,
like,
but the guys that are making $25 an hour, he's like holding a gun to their head while they're like trying to make him look funny on the internet. Like when did you guys like Anthony Jeselnik?
Never heard that name.
I know who he is. I couldn't tell you a single joke.
So he's got kind of a weird demeanor, but he went on Joe Rogan a long time ago, and he was talking about how he was miserable when he was writing for Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel. They're same shit. The same jokes, same narratives and shit. But he was like, he's got a Bill Hicks style, like if kind of depressing, like hey, humans kill 1 million sharks a year, but there's only 10 attacks where sharks kill humans. How about we start pulling for the underdog? Like he's very dark. Like who's the guy on the couch? Jeffrey Wright. Anyway, he's not built for like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. And he goes on Rogan. He's like, Jimmy Fallon is not a raging alcoholic, but he probably drinks the same way. Whatever the hell. Not the point. The point is that the whole show is geared to get America to love Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. Like that's it. Like it's got nothing to do if they really like the joke or they think it's pure or it fits them. And he's like, all the jokes I wrote were too dark for the show. Like Jimmy would laugh his ass off, but he's like, I can't use this because like we need to get America to like me. We have to have squirrels eating shit, and we have to make fun of Donald Trump. Like there's or talk about how Shaq is silly for missing free throws. Like this isn't comedy. Zac Efron throw a pie in my face while like a guy from Australia comes on and has a lizard that walks around my desk. Like that's the comedy we need. And he's like, then we go out with these guys at midnight and we get loaded. And he's like, I fucking hate all of that. Jimmy Fallon is like, I hate what I do. I can't do what I do because I get paid, $25 million a year. And that's what I love. Like that's why I love podcasts. But it's just PR versus how you are in real life. It's just PR how you are in real life. And at the end of the day, whether it's Tom Cruise or Johnny Depp or Jimmy Fallon or this fucking guy or that fucking girl, they all kind of, sold their soul to the devil. And when the train, comes, it comes. And this could be not any of those guys. I'm sure some of them have a clean cut image and they have sex with their wife in missionary positions and they're not crazy doing drugs and all this shit. But a lot of these guys have anything buttons and girls. And they're, the mentality is above the law. And when shit hits the fan, I'm probably going to be watching.
Yeah. Gets clicks, gets views. That's unfortunately like
shitting the bed. A hot chick shitting the bed. Hell yeah, I'm clicking.
Yeah.
Shitting the bed
what
IPA.
Now? Mm-hmm. What's up?
Alias. Ollie Oxenfree.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess up your name ever again.
I'm with KO Brewing. I can't watch late night shows anymore. I can't either. They died with David Letterman. And I think Johnny Depp's fucking crazy. I think he's super fucking. I don't think he was a famous dude when Freddy Krueger came out in 1984. 1984, I wasn't even born yet. That was 38 years ago. He was probably 20 years old in that. So he's 58, 60 years old. He's been famous his whole life. He can't even relate to people. Of course he's crazy. He's never been told no. No girl's ever shut him down. He's never waited in line. He's bought everything at an auction. He's had more money than anybody his whole life. Of course you're fucking crazy. Of course these girls are crazy. They've got 5 million people on Instagram that'll like, yeah, they could tell me who to vote for, what to buy, or who to do this or do that. They're crazy. And
take direction from anyone they look up to.
What's up?
Take direction from anyone they look up to.
At the end of the day, you're a good-looking person that moved to Hollywood and memorized lines that other people wrote. That's what your job is. And then stay out of the goddamn spotlight. I don't give a fuck about. I don't. Young people are like, yeah, I'll buy it, or yeah, they told me that politician's bad, so I get it. It works.
It's hard to stay grounded in that atmosphere,
but
like
it's
that realm. Like, there's so many people that are superficial. They care about the shit that you shouldn't care about, and like once you're like part of that.
But nobody's faker than an actor. Nobody. Like, if you have a musician or a comedian, you're like, okay, you were on stage, you wrote that joke, you wrote that song. On an actor, you're like, oh, I like Kevin Spacey because he won an Academy Award for American Beauty, and it made me feel good about my life for 2 hours. 20 years later, he's like having sex with little boys. You're like, oh yeah, I didn't know anything at all about him because he's an actor that gets paid $50 million a year. That's fucking crazy. Who's probably been doing this for like 3 decades. Like, oh yeah, we think we know them because they're this and that. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, I'm enjoying this whole Johnny Depp thing. One more beer. Party time.
You tricked me past midnight, so I guess I gotta stay for a little longer.
One more beer.
All
more beer. All right, hold on.
We haven't got into controversial stuff enough yet.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We should promote Ape Man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Zach's always
if you can pop,
heard. No, you don't say that.
Take a shot. Take a drink. Take a something.
Yeah. I don't even know where I was going with that one. I just wanted to interrupt you, so you'd apologize to me.
Yeah, exactly. What you coerced me, you bastard. So what are you doing? Like, I obviously saw your cold IPA beer, but what's like next on the docket? If you mentioned it already, I apologize.
Next on the docket, I did the I used Thial Libre, the Escarpment new one, with just like a Cascade pale ale kind of thing. I was gonna do it with the Cascade Smash, but then I realized I ran out of pale malt, so I kind of just mixed the pale and Pilsner malt on that, and I kind of fucked up on it because I planned on doing like doing the dry hop at like 3 days to just get that the biotransformation going, but I just totally forgot about it. So I think I'm just not going to use it now, or not dry hop now, because the fermentation's pretty much, it's been about a week.
Broswell's.
It's been 10 days and the fermentation's pretty much done, so I'm probably just not going to bother cracking the lids and risking the oxidation.
Yeah.
Cracking necks.
They could always do it and lie on camera, but I'm not good at that. And when I'm holding the beer saying it's awesome and it's like bright purple, it's probably not the best thing to do.
People see through that shit, I'm sure. Like, people
Austin
like
Maddox, what's up, Brush?
Genuine personalities, but
or I should do a beer sometime where I just make up the beer and like totally lie about everything. Show footage from old videos.
Steve just shit on his beer.
Straight up tell my audience to go fuck themselves.
Steve just shit on his beer, his English pub, his English pale.
Oh yeah, no, he did a good one.
This beer is
it looked good when he poured it, but then when he was sitting on the deck, it was
not good.
Little sketchy looking.
Yeah.
Any day Roswell's. The beer's been done. I just need to like do the tasting. I've been waiting for it to well, first off, thaw out. I don't know if you're
No, can you put the camera down a little bit?
Sure.
You just look like Shel Silverstein from the back page of A Light in the Attic right now.
Is that better?
Sure.
It takes a while to show up on YouTube, of course, but
8-man subs have tripled. Nice. That's awesome.
I'm just trying to somewhat hide where I'm gonna sleep later.
Gnomeville.
Just a couple cardboard boxes of newspaper rolled up. You just throw the newspaper like in whatever, it's a Big Daddy.
Doesn't get more real than this. Literally, I'm sleeping behind myself later.
Nice.
Anyways.
All right, now, Shel Silverstein, is that kind of looking?
Is that like a movie maker?
You never had a Light in the Attic growing up? Come on, Brosh.
What's that?
What? Where the sidewalk ends? I don't know. You know me. I'm weird. I think there's only a finite number of things in the world. Sooner or later, everybody starts kind of looking like the same, feeling like the same. Shel Silverstein wrote The Freaker's Ball by Dr. Hook.
Oh, is that what he looks like? Yeah.
That's David Cross.
Cheers, Broswells. We got Broswells on the house. Original OG, man, out there in North Dakota.
Come here.
Did you not see it yet? No.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
Broad shoulders.
it doesn't. He doesn't
Not
look
the
familiar.
age, just the look. You got a big beard, and you cut your head off with the microphone, Barrage.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wish I could. It's gonna probably make noise. I apologize. Drink beer.
Drink beer. No apologize. We got to chug. Get your chug on.
Night
that's
Court.
really
Austin Maddox says
like
Night Court and Living Color. Late Night Gods. Goods. Probably Gods.
Living Colors.
Late Night Goods.
You know what? Eventually,
what I
would
top
like to
3 of
do-
all time.
Sorry,
Can't do
talking
that.
to
Yeah.
Darren.
Chug a beer. You
As you guys
apologize.
were talking.
Oh well, yeah. I was doing I was fucking around with the dog today and like got like the old what is it? Homie, don't play that song,
Dude.
or something like
Damon
Homie,
Wayans.
whatever
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Homie, don't play that. You can't do that anymore, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, so I haven't like compared it to like what you'd accept today.
It was so edgy's good if you like the real world and how the real world works. They don't bring up In Living Color at all in cancel culture or whatever. And it's kind of like law of what do you call it? Limitations. It's so long ago. You go back and you look at that In Living Color, best sketch comedy of all time by far. Handyman. You can't do that sketch anymore. Damon Wayne, up, and away. And it's the handicapped guy that falls out the window.
Was there a movie about that, or
Well, that was Blank Man.
Blank Man? Okay,
That was Blank Man.
Not Handyman.
I was 5-year-old kid just blown away because it was like the exact opposite of Saturday Night Live. Like on Saturday Night Live, they had one black person. On In Living Color, they had one white person, and it was Jim Carrey. And that redheaded girl that was kind of whatever. She was okay. But you had Tommy Davidson.
Jennifer Lopez dancing.
When he comes out like Vanilla Ice and he kicks his shoe off, but it flings it like into the stands, and he has to go get it and put it back on while the song's playing. And I was homie the clown was like too much. Like that was the thing. Like your older
Fire
brother.
Marshal
I used to
Fire Marshal Bill.
always
Fire Marshal
stuff.
Bill.
Yeah, like Kyle Roberts.
Tom.
Fire Marshal Bill. That was my favorite by far back in the day.
It was so good, man. And the one with Tommy Davidson where he did the instead of the Michael Jackson song Black or White, it was Am I Black or White? And he does the whole song when he's dancing. I am a virgin and I'm 33.
Yeah,
Even Madonna
I forgot about those.
Even Madonna won't have sex with me. Dun, dun. And at the end of the skit, he's getting arrested by cops. He's like, oh, damn. He looks at the camera and he goes, I guess I am black. And then the crowd erupts. It's like, you can't do that anymore. You know, but like at the time, like that was fucking hilarious. I'm a 6-year-old kid. I didn't know about like racial profiling or stereotype or racism at the time. But I was just like, what? Okay, they're just making fun of Michael Jackson. But the way that they shoot the video, he's like still doing like the like the song isn't playing anymore. It's like no, you like get off the car, come down, and the wind comes in and it blows him over. Like the fake wind fan they put on. There's like tumbleweeds coming out, and it's like making him like roll around in the back alley. It was too much. And then Jamie Foxx came on a couple seasons later. I got to go back. I got to go back and watch that and In Living Color because that's when comedy was like the Wild Wild West. That's when like art really imitated life. Now it's all like everything's just too PC. Everything's like
You have to think about the consequences before you say the joke.
Yeah.
It's everything's just too forced now. Back in the day, it was just more organic. Everything's like you got to have this person, that person, this and that. You know, like the Academy Award. To have what they say, like the next Academy Award, you have to have like at least like a gay person or a transgender person or a person of color. They're kind of doing what the NFL's doing with like women referees. Well, and I'm not saying this because I'm for it or against it. I'm just saying that. Well, here's what I'm saying. There's a lot of movies that won Academy Awards or people that are won awards that wouldn't even be in the conversation now because it didn't hit like the guidelines that they're gonna put out in the future. And if you think that's good or bad, that's on you. But I'm just saying, back in the day, things were just more organic. Now they're kind of more force fed down your throat. And whether you think that makes the world a good or a better place, that's on you. At the end of the day, it's fucking entertainment. So who really cares? You know, you can live with it. You can live without it. But I just loved In Living Color and Married with Children when I was a little kid. Fucked me up good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at In Living Color. It's like We Are the World.
So
Parody.
good.
It's like Jim Carrey dressed as like
Damon's brothers are the
Nelson.
best. Damon brothers are the best. The Damon brothers are the best. You know what I loved? And I'm not caught up on all those scary movies, but anytime there's sequels, that means that movie was wildly successful. And I'm so proud of any movie that's ever wildly successful because I couldn't even imagine at that level of like, hey, we're going to raise money from people we don't know, ask them for money, put together a movie. This guy's going to write it, edit this, and put it together. And there's a very good chance it's going to bomb and we're going to be depressed, but we're going to do it anyways. That scary movie that they did was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
and it made a ton of money.
I think they're all funny too.
The first one is fucking awesome. The first one with remember the first internet meme?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, when
one of my favorite parts of that movie was
it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Well, they're at the college though, and like a van rolls up, and it's like, "This is black TV. White people are dead. We're getting
the fuck out of here." Yeah, or the who's the girl from Nadia from American Pie? What's her name? Shannon Hurley or Shannon Elizabeth? When she's like, "Hey, I'm like the 30-year-old girl who's supposed to be like a high school student, and we pass it off. Like here, I'm not even gonna let you kill me. Oops, I can't go outside or up the door. Let's just break my leg." And she's just killing herself. It's like, right, because every horror movie you watch, you're like, here's a bad guy outside. Maybe instead of running out the back door and just calling the cops, you're like, hey, let's run upstairs and like lock the door. And she goes on this rant. It's like, this is fucking good, man. Yeah. And who's the psycho white guy in that? He was the guy from a weird movie.
Matthew Lillard?
No, that was the real movie.
That's the original.
Dead Man on Campus with the guy who played Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. It was just better. The world was better. The world used to be so much fucking better. Nowadays, you have to sign a waiver just to like take a piss at a fucking movie theater, just to order the popcorn. So you don't there's not a lawsuit. The world used to be better. I mean, the world it did and didn't, right? Like there's a lot of more awareness and there's more, documentation now. And there's a lot of. We did that video, and we talked about like back in 100 years ago, it was a good time to get away with murder, but it was also like probably the most corrupt cops of all time. Like how many times do you think a cop kneeled on somebody's neck and they died when it wasn't on camera? Thousands of times, forever. White, black, Mexican, it doesn't matter. Like how many times do you think that happened? Tons of times.
Not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
What?
Not touching that one.
Yeah.
Not touching that one.
Yeah.
Too often, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you guys seen I Think You Should Leave? This is a good show. I don't know. Yeah.
I must look it up.
All right, so what's the next brew day? Simcoe or Mosaic?
No hops or malt.
Hey,
just dextrose.
Has anybody ever done what's the beer with no hops? Not Gruit, the other one.
I don't know, but
Gruit.
Sours, long-term sours.
Beer with no hops.
You can use hops. You don't have.
No, like back in the day when the Catholic Church had the monopoly on all the hops, it was all Gruit, so people had to brew with rosemary and all that stuff.
Thank God we don't live in those times. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Catholic Church used to be like by far the most powerful thing in the world. We'll stay on the beer path. CH, you need to whack the homie. Homie, don't play that.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
Dude, that reminds me. Mo Money. Has anyone seen the movie Mo Money?
Yeah, I think I have it here somewhere on VHS. I haven't watched it in a while.
Hey.
Speaking of the Wayans brothers, that's like probably one of my favorite films by that whole group.
Major Payne.
No, the best movie.
Major Payne's pretty good too.
Major Payne's good, but the best one of all time is the one with Jim Brown. I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
What's the name of the movie?
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
That's the name of the movie.
Yes.
From 1988. Oh, Chris Warrock, Damon.
You got me.
Keenan Ivory. Good cast.
Jim Brown. Damon Wayans, Keenan Ivory. What's the review on this? It's got to be 6.5. That's good for comedy. Comedy's a tough. Chris Rock's in that. Damn.
That's old. That's 88.
I don't know, man. When I was a little kid, I used to just watch like Premium Blend, and I don't know.
Was that HBO?
We didn't have HBO, so we had Cinemax and Showtime, Skinemax. But my cousins lived up the street, and I would always go up there, and they always watched stand-up comedy. They were super hip, and they were allowed to stay up later than I was. So if my mama got passed out early or whatever, like I would go up there and watch stand-up comedy for a little bit, and I didn't know really what was going on. I would just kind of laugh, and they would laugh, just be one of the boys. But some of the stuff I got, and I remember this forever. It's tough to be a black hero. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Movie made a ton of money, man. 4 times as much as the budget, which is all you can ask for. What's a $3 million 1988 budget versus a $13 million box office payout is a pretty damn good success. Isaac Hayes, that was Chef from South Park.
Yeah, South Park.
Yeah, rest in peace.
He's gone now, isn't he?
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, so that's cool. It's tough to be a black hero. That's funny, man. Yeah, give it a go. No, James, I'll edit out the last half part of this video. We're okay, man. We're not.
I don't think anything's crossing the line. We're just talking. Nothing's got silly yet.
No, and you know what's funny is I feel like an idiot in the morning, but everyone's like, dude, you just leave it up. I just think because I'm either 5 out of 10 hungover, or explosively hungover, I just can't. I just hey, safe bet, just get rid of it. But
I've been there too, where I'm like kind of on the fence whether I message you to say, hey, you know what, maybe take that down if you don't mind.
No, I guarantee you are the safest bet, and I guarantee you I'm the biggest liability by far.
Okay.
We're live on the internet.
Yeah, no, I think we're pretty good. There was once when I did a stream with Yeast and the Beast, and he was just talking so bad that I was like, oh shit, he's taking this down, no problem. And then in the morning he's like, I'm keeping this up. And then an hour or two later, when he realized what he said, he's like, he took it down.
But there's
okay, he's like, oh shit,
you're right.
you just open right up to talk about whatever, and that's like, I kind of thought
that's
that
how
was
I am.
taken
I
down.
will literally talk about anything.
but
that's
we're-
my problem too. I need to kind of weigh it out. Should I talk about this? And I never do. I'm just like, all right, yeah, this is my opinion.
This is healthy, though. This is real life. This isn't social media. This isn't small talk with your parents. How was work? How was school?
That's how I am. Regardless, it'll get me in trouble eventually. I know that. But
we're talking about modern times, going out of business and how to save face and how to PR themselves out. It's you don't want to hear that from a fucking white guys with beards. We're the last people on planet Earth that are gonna
remember. You don't have a beard.
What?
You only have a mustache.
I'm gonna hit up Lawson tomorrow to Photoshop some keyframe in some shit.
this is
For
a
the
rebirth.
digital, you'll have when we're recording this, you'll have dots on your face so that it can match the beard when they add it in post.
Yeah. No, I'm with Arno. That's the post-alcohol anxiety, son. No, I get that from. I don't get it as bad as Instagram. I'll do the dumbest shit on YouTube because I feel like I edited it and I know what I'm doing. Whatever. Instagram, it's so fast. You're at a bar and you post something and you're drinking. Hey, I'm with this. I saw this person. And is this cool? And then you wake up, you're like, that was fucking so dumb.
What did I do?
But
Saw by 2,000 people.
Right, but you can't do that on YouTube. You can't. Hey, I'm gonna go home and edit for 8 hours drunk and upload this. Instagram, you're like, hey, this is cool. Here's a motorcycle guy driving by, high-fiving me and chugging a beer. This. Why did I put this on the internet? This is ridiculously fucking dumb.
So it is an original Theron.
Wow.
It's my 83. I feel bad, but it was requested, so I will show my.
I'm the bad guy?
Gladly show my guitar. But yeah, this thing's a beaut. And it's
Austin
also
Maddox. Austin Maddox. What
There's
do I have to lose?
There's no contour, so it's heavier than a normal Telecaster. There's no like bevel whatsoever. So
I gotta
it's
hit the
like,
head. Be right back. James, you don't go anywhere. We're gonna say goodbye when I come back.
I'll do my best. So are we going for one more? Or are we
You tell me, James. You tell me, James.
Okay, just we can do one more.
One more.
I'm gonna go after you get
One
back.
more.
You'll do
All
one.
right.
Tastes so good when it hits your lips.
But Theron, I love this guitar. Like this is literally one of my favorite guitars. It's one of the ones I've taken a chance on where like you just you feel like you might get burned, but you like just buy it anyways, which I did that once before, which is actually the most expensive guitar I've ever bought. I bought it for $1,200 and now it's like a little over $3,000, which is my Music Man. But yeah, it's like I don't know. You don't buy it for the investment, but you buy it because it's something you want, and then eventually it becomes something better. Like if you sit on it long enough, it's going to become more interesting than it is when you buy it. But I'll shut up.
Nice. Yeah, I got a 93 Squire Mexican Strat. No big deal.
A what? How?
I don't know, an old ass, just a Mexican, whatever the cheapest Squire you could get back in the day. But apparently they're all right now because like the made in Mexico ones, I think were good or something like that. I am not an expert on music.
The thing about those is like if you pop like some like really hot like electronics, some really good pickups, it'll do a great job. Like you probably won't tell that from like a a Fender with the same electronics. Really, like it'd be kind of indiscernible.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, so I took it in once to get tuned up, and they were like, it sounds pretty good. You don't need to do much. I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I know nothing about how guitars sound other than if you pick one up and it's like that actually sounds a lot better.
I think it comes down to the feel of the guitar. Like
later, Spleens. Thank you for your service, Barrage. Much love, Spleens.
Like the actual, playing the riff that you're trying to play, that's where it comes down to like the guitar, like playability, feel, scale size, tension on the strings, the string gauge. Like there's so many different factors, but and because some cheap guitars, like you'll have like your dialed in sound, your strings and stuff, but like it can't handle it. Like after you strum a chord, it'll be out of whack already. Like it'll be out of tune, So there's different things. Some guitars don't handle intonation well, which is like kind of like the lower half. Zach could probably elaborate on this better than I can, but
yeah, I can.
A lot of people, they're doing like the chords at the top of the neck and they sound great, but like when you start playing the lower half, doing chords anyways, like single note, you probably wouldn't you wouldn't notice that there's a difference, or that it's out of tune. But when you start playing chords down the lower half, that's when it's like so noticeable that it's like not sounding good. It like kind of clashes with whatever's being played behind it if it's out of whack. Like obviously, if you spend a lot of money and like send it to a guy to do it, like you don't have to worry about that stuff. But I'm rambling.
When you're saying
no,
lower
you're not.
half,
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What fret would you say is lower half? So like past 12
so
or like
13 to.
Okay.
This is a 22 fret, I believe.
Yeah.
So it'd be basically 13 and below. So like up here would probably be in tune, but like when you start playing like really elaborate chords down here, that's when it would be like a little shifty and like just clash, and it wouldn't really sound good.
Okay, so like anything above like Sweet Child of Mine, and that's where you gotta read.
Yeah, pretty much actually. That's a good example.
Gotcha.
So intonation happens down here, so that's where you would like adjust. You would stretch it out or reduce the tension or the scale. Again, Zach would know more about this than I would because he uses a lot of extended scale guitars.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different thing than I'm used to be honest, but I do know of it.
I want to give a shout out to Lynn Schaefer. Lynn Schaefer, she's still watching us. She's got she's got to work at 5 a.m.
She was in your Knoxville video.
She was. Nice catch. Yeah. Nice catch.
I'm fucking eagle-eyed. I'm going to get a beer.
It's your turn.
5 more. I'll be right back.
5 more. All right, here we go. Let's light this crowd candle. No, I'm sorry I cut you off on that, but I was.
It's all good, brother.
It's not because I'm a douchebag, but you know how it is. You know how I am.
I'm supposed to apologize.
I laughed my ass off. You were right about Scary Movie. It's ridiculously hilarious. It is. And we're hanging out maybe tomorrow night. I got a buddy coming into town. Here's what's going on. After Tuesday, he's leaving on Tuesday. I'm going to go on a sick one, Noam. I'm going to go on a sick one, Barrage.
Yeah.
And I talked to Steve. I'm going to come up. I'm going to split the difference.
I was gonna ask you, man, when you coming up to the fucking Northeast, dude?
Well, so Steve does this weird thing. He goes from Boston to Rhode Island to Boston. And he goes to Boston to
New Hampshire.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. But you guys were all within an hour away from each other, right?
Yeah.
Right. Is that with traffic, or is that just every day, or how does that work?
I can literally drive through Rhode Island in less than 50 minutes. It's usually about 40 minutes, like on an average day, maybe 45. If there's traffic, yeah, you're looking towards more like an hour. But that's the whole state. So then you have Mass, which is probably another hour. Then New Hampshire. You can pretty much be wherever you want to be in the Northeast within like 4 hours.
Dude.
Like in total. Like if you want to go from where I am to like,
Let it Brewing bad. Let it brush.
Acadia National Park in Maine, it's about like 3.5 hours.
How far is Maine from Portland, Maine? Wait, is Roswell still here? Yeah.
How far is Maine from Portland, Maine?
What's the capital of Maine?
Portland.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Oh no. Yeah, I believe it is actually.
No, it's not.
No, Bangor. Sorry,
It's what?
Bangor.
No, it's not.
Not Bangor.
No. Augusta?
I don't know. Maybe you're right. I'm sorry.
Augusta.
I really don't know.
I spiked that.
I think it's Bangor though, to be honest.
No way. I just remember that Augusta from like third grade, 1994 Miss Liska's class. My teacher looked exactly like the teacher from The Simpsons, Miss Krabappel.
Yeah. See, here's the thing about Augusta. Like, nobody knows Augusta.
Well, here's the thing.
It's like an afterthought.
Okay, what's the biggest airport to fly into in Maine?
Bangor?
It wouldn't even matter. Just fly into. What's the biggest? The biggest airports have the cheapest prices.
The nearest field.
How did I spike Augusta, Maine? I haven't looked that shit up since. Whatever. The nearest field. It's gonna be like Johnny Depp coming in from the movie Blow to. Anyway, I'm ADDing out again.
Oh, dude,
we'll go Nashville. What's the Boston airport? Logan.
Logan. Yeah, TF Green's works. Don't ask me those questions.
Logan's Boston. What's Chicago? O'Hare.
O'Hare.
Yeah. Okay, Nashville to Logan Airport. Is it named after Wolverine?
Oh yeah.
$200, man. $200, bro.
Perfect for a beer.
Bro, we're talking, dude. JetBlue, 2 hours and 32 minutes nonstop from $250. Fucking, I'm cruising right now, man. I got to do the trip right, though. I blew it in Nashville last weekend. I really did blow it.
What made you blow it?
I will say this: there's like,
I'll tell you,
no shortage of like amazing breweries over here. Like if you do come up, obviously I'm sure Steve knows some great ones up where he lives, but even in like Rhode Island and Mass, obviously there's the Tree Houses, the Trilliums. Like you can't go wrong really. And even if you go up northeast to the Maine, New Hampshire area, there's like 6 breweries. You
guys are going to be very, very, very reliable sources. I know that about you guys. I have a very good sense of people, and you and Steve are going to know. You're going to be good hosts. I'm not asking a lot. You just have to come drink with me. I'll pay for all the tabs and shit, and show me where cool shit is. But I
can't wait, man. For real.
Oh yeah. Not only that, but James, that's probably the halfway point between us.
Halfway, Rhode Island. Oh yeah, shit. I can get up. I'm just looking at it on the map now. I can be down to Rhode Island in 12 hours and 1 minute. I can be there by. We can go get lunch tomorrow.
Here's how I
jump in the car right now.
Here's how I blew it in Nashville last weekend. So Steve got into town Friday night. We all got into town Friday night. But I did something Friday. So I think I was on my crazy sleep schedule where I was going to bed at 5 in the morning. I was editing till 5. I don't drink anymore by myself. That's kind of my rule with alcohol. Unless it's, is this considered drinking by myself right now? No. We're on the hobby hour. No. I'm a weird guy. I do 5 days sober and then I do 10 beers in the midweek. Unless somebody comes into town. So I stay up and I edit like a fucking weirdo. And I didn't sleep. The night before I went to Asheville, I went to bed at 5 in the morning and I woke up at like noon. And then at like 4 p.m., I drove to Asheville and it was the most beautiful drive I've ever been on in my entire life. It was so beautiful. And I thought it was going to be the people who from New York and California, the people with money, they don't know shit, man. Like people in the South, it is so beautiful. Back in the day, it was all about live on the coast, live close to the beach, stare at the ocean. It's so overrated. It's so overrated. And I was driving out to Nashville and I probably got into town about 6 o'clock and we went straight to Burial Brewing. So now it's 6 o'clock for them, but it's like noon for me because I'm kind of a night owl. I'm not a drug guy. I'm not a Adderall or meth or coke guy. I just have the best work ethic or the most focus when I'm the only person up. And we went to Highwire and they had a beer and that was it. Kyle and Emmett keep it super mellow. They're very professional about drinking. And I was like, hey, I'm in town. Chill. Yeah, and I'm trying to buy Steve a beer. And I could tell Steve's nervous. I'm like, dude, you got to chill out, man. Like you're on the happy hour. He's 10 years younger than me. I'm 5 years younger than Kyle and Emmett. Like I get it. Like 26-year-old kid hanging out with us. Like, hey man, like have a beer. Let's chill out. Or even if you don't have a beer, like
Steve's 26.
Yeah, Steve and Aliaz are like 26, 27. Yeah, I know, right? Steve's a little guy. He's a little barrage.
Wow. Well, yeah, I just didn't expect the age. I was a little thrown off by that, actually. Wow.
No.
Expect 26.
So it was kind of a weird thing. It was kind of like me and Just got out there. It was like, okay, like, hey, we're going to shoot. Like, I think I'm the same guy, but I'm not like nervous. If I'm just like hungover or I don't like anybody, I just don't talk. And I'm not like, hi, how are you? Like, hi. Yeah. Not saying that Steve.
Step up.
Not that Steve is like, hey man, like I've been in customer service. Hi, what's going on? This and that. And I could tell Steve was kind of like picking and chooses when he wanted to talk. And I was like, hey man, like you're a good dude. We all know you're a good dude. Like yada yada yada. I wanted to buy him a beer. He wouldn't do it. I wanted to buy Emmett and Kyle a beer. They were like, no, we're done. We're going home. And I was like, okay, shit. So I went back to my place. I bought a 6-pack from Highwire. I drank like 2, but that's like kind of my weird things. Like I don't like drinking alone. I had 2 beer. Back in my day, I would drink in the whole 6-pack of 16 ounces. And I was just watching movies all night. I watched a really good movie with Bill Murray called St. Vincent. It fucking made me laugh my ass off. Mary McCarthy, the big comedian girl. And at like 5 in the morning, I just couldn't sleep. It was so hot. Like when you go into a place sometimes and the downstairs is cool and then you walk upstairs and it is so hot, not because it's hot outside, just because the house sucks at like how it throws heat distribution around.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh damn, like this is gnarly, man. So it's like, I don't know what time it is. So they've got with these old janky window heaters that sticks out and I turn it on. And it's so loud. It sounds like there's a Del Mar Fair ride right by your ear. It's like, but it's cold now. So I'm like, do I deal with the heat or do I deal with the sound? And next thing I know, it's 7:30 in the morning and I'm texting him and he's like, I'm going to pick you up at 9 o'clock. I was like, I didn't sleep at all last night. And didn't really matter because I went to bed I woke up at noon. If I woke up at 6 a.m. the day before, I'd be like, fuck, I'd be exhausted. So I showed up and what do you got? Vermont there. So I showed up and I'm hanging out with Kyle and Emmett. And Kyle, I consider Kyle a friend at this point. I consider Kyle Emmett Lawson. Like we the first time I went out there was kind of like, is this all for YouTube or cross promotion? But like, hey, like I really like Kyle. I really respect Kyle. I think he's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. And I don't think he's ever been pissed off. He's one of those guys like I don't think he gets pissed off.
Yeah, I like that.
No, like I'm like, hey, how do you feel about people like shitting on your system all day? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, you're fucking rad. And Kyle's fucking rad. Emmett's the backbone. Lawson's the talent, and Ross is the host. They have a lot of love. And I'm going to talk about some things in the video I'm going to make about it, but Climber fucking shreds. Like, I love Climber. Like, more than I love, like, my friends from back home. And we shoot the video, and I've already shot the video with those guys. So it's like, hey, Steve, this is you. Like, I'll throw you in here. And they wanted to shoot this video in a van. They all have vans. Emmett has 4.
I saw that, yeah.
Emmett has 4 VW vans.
Nice.
They buy vans and like collect them and they put them back together, and they're just brilliant, resourceful, hardworking dudes, man. And I did a couple things. I hope they get a couple clips of me like passing out in the van. Kyle built an espresso. He has an espresso machine in a van, and then we went out, and again at 9 o'clock, everyone's like, what's CH going to do? He's going to take like Steve out and Lawson and Nathaniel, get them all drunk and be out till 2 in the morning. At 9:30, I was like, I called an Uber and went home. I'm like, what the fuck, CH? Like, what's going on with you? I was like, I got to go home. I didn't sleep last night. I'm in zombie mode, and I just got to go home. So in the morning, I picked Steve up at 9 in the morning. He's all hungover. And in this, I'm like, let's go. Like, let's go. Like today, like I finally slept for 8 hours. I'm on the real world schedule. I was not hungover. I was just editing whatever dumb Homebrew for Life video. And I picked Steve up, and he was kind of like this and that and this and that. I took him to Wicked Weed. I took him to this place. I saw the life coming out, and he got like into the apartment brewer. I was like, dude, this is good. Talk about this beer, that beer. And we had a great 2 or 3 hours. The airport's like 5 minutes away. And by the time like I was ready to go and I finally had a proper night's sleep, the trip was over. And I did have a super rad day with Steve, and we hit fucking a lot of cool spots, and I'm going to remember forever. But I wish I could have had that on like Friday or Saturday. I don't know. I wish I could go to bed at 10 o'clock and wake up at 6 in the morning like my dad has done his whole life. But I don't know. If I'm thinking about something, it's keeping me up, and I just get up and start writing and editing. And
didn't you say like a good trip is what, like 3 days, 4 nights, or something along those lines?
But here's what fucked me up. Like when I was driving home in the Uber that night, when they were all hanging out, and I think they're kind of like not banking on me, but if I go home, like everyone goes, like if like, hey, let's keep going, let's go to the next couple spots. Steve's in town for 2 nights, but I went home at 9 o'clock, and they were like, what? Like, what? Like, what?
You didn't live up to the hype?
No. And then because I'm usually the guy that's like, hey, let's fucking have a good time. Let's drink beer and let's have a good time, right? Like this is Asheville, North Carolina, right? One of the best beer capitals in the world. And when I was driving home in the Uber in the backseat, I looked at everybody on the left and everybody on the right. Every restaurant was packed. Every parking lot was packed. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I looked up James or anybody in the chat. No, have you guys looked at the Pittsburgh Beer Con or whatever? Homebrew Con?
Yeah.
Have you looked at that, James?
I thought of it for a hot second. I looked at it, and then it said it's like $350 to go, and I'm like, what the hell could they be teaching you for that? That's $350.
I was gonna have to have like
maybe that's higher.
I'm not going. I'm not going.
High.
I'm not fucking
It's
going.
expensive as shit.
It's expensive as
I thought
shit.
about it, but I backed out real quick.
But did you look at the people that they're trying to sell? Like the people that are like, hey, come like meet like this professor
like,
beer guy.
Seminars, what do you want to call it?
Dude, it's John Palmer's at like the bottom of the list. That'd be cool. That's the only name I recognize. Like, hey, it's the teacher from UC Davis, or hey, it's this guy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of that.
I can get that on Beersmith.
I don't give a fuck about any of that.
Channel,
I want to see you guys.
For like 3 hours.
Right.
I got that already.
I want to see you guys. I want to see Barbecue Larry. I want to see Short Circuited. I want to see Genius. I was like, We're gonna start a BarrageCon. I'm not even kidding. And
No, I'm 100% down with BarrageCon.
I've been calling.
I'm
it, man.
100% down with
pick a fucking
BarrageCon.
airport that's reasonable to get to for everyone, like like a big one and not some
Yeah,
weird ass little one, and like somewhere. Well, like you look at like Orlando or some shit,
Marco!
or somewhere that's just like super easy.
I would, dude, I'm telling you, we would have a way better thing if we all were like, hey, let's just rent out a room at Wicked Weed or the back thing. We're going to come in here. We are going to bring some homebrew. We're not going to sell it, but we're going to pop it. You know, I'm not good at putting things together, but I'm talking with my hands right now. I'm like Gavin Newsom or Donald Trump.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, come on down. I'll relieve all student debt loans if you vote for me. Show me your penis. But Jorge Castro do it in Knoxville. I think that Asheville would be the best place on planet Earth because it's a little bit bigger than Knoxville, but it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. And if we go at the end of the summer, we could do it in Knoxville. But I wouldn't want to rent out a room for one day and be like, hey, this is Saturday. Everybody come in on Thursday night or Friday night, Saturday. Like, hey, we're doing this. This is going to bring a ton of fucking business to your guys' 5-barrel system brewery. And it would be so much better than BrewCon. I don't give a fuck if you're vaxxed, you're not vaxxed, whatever. If you're worried about it, stay home. If you're not worried about it, go out, live your life. Maybe Jorge Castro's right. Maybe it should be in Tennessee.
Well, here's the thing: it would definitely do is bring it down to like the lowest level of homebrewing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a fancy. We got like a
Joe Pickles is in
a convention center. We booked it. We did this. Like it's very like grassroots. Like.
But how do
we?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Like, wherever we determine where it can be, or wherever like the most support is, wherever like kind of like a centralized location, like take a poll, whatever it is, like.
Somewhere
it would
where
be
weed
very
is
cool
legal.
because it would be our own thing. It's not like commercial. It's not like trying to push like any like Spike or SS Brewtech or whatever the fuck. It's like
no. It's not like a Spartan race or a Roadrunner sponsored thing. Yeah. But how
like plastic bucket?
That's my initial thoughts, anyways. I'm not saying I don't know what the fuck. I'm just like I'm like kind of intrigued by what you're talking about right now.
I'd rather run into homebrewers than someone who's the brewer professor at Oregon State University that runs like a 3-barrel pilot system. I don't care at all about that.
I know. As long as no one puts on like a 3-hour PowerPoint presentation, I'm good.
No one wants to see that because it would be like
just rocket. We'll just all do all PowerPoint presentations.
A lot of swears.
It would
all text PowerPoint presentations.
Like one day here, and I played it through my head. I was driving home. I was like, one day we meet in town, whatever. There's dinner, whatever. I don't know. How many people? Do you sell tickets? Do we collect money up front? Is it like, hey, because we have to rent a room out, like that's
yeah.
So it's like, hey, like, and I never in my life want to tell somebody like you can't come in. Like I never want to tell anybody in my life like I can't. Like your life can't be better if you don't come in here. Like I want everybody to come in. But if this place is like, it's only 50 people or something. I never would want to work in immigration because I never want to be like, oh, you can't come to America to make your life better. I would never fucking want that job, let alone like having a party for 50 people. So it's like, where do you draw?
Like what kind of like if you were in with like 4 or 5 of the brew tubers, like. Especially with the big subscriptions.
We're here. You're brew tubers.
How many people would you expect for? Because like it's hard to
you tell me.
And I have no idea no clue what people would be interested to show up and just hang out.
BarrageCon.
Because like it'd be cool to do just hang out, and not necessarily like like we're not doing.
Well, here's what I would want. I want it to be a committee first and foremost. I wouldn't want to think like CH is collecting all the money. Where's it going?
No,
so maybe it should be the 3 of us here. Maybe it should be.
I'd be down with a.
We'll collect money. We'll see what happens.
Helping gear something up, and then you just it's just figuring out where you want to go. Like, how easy is Asheville to get into? Like,
Asheville's about an hour and a half from Knoxville. Very close. It's like LA to San Diego, man. And it's
what about Nashville? How easy? Because Nashville.
It's the other side. It's the other side. Well, Nashville.
But
okay,
that's like a 3-hour drive or something.
Okay, so if you're going to Knoxville, you would want to fly into Nashville. And if you're going to Asheville, you want to fly into Charlotte. Sausage Fest. No girls allowed.
Yeah, so
no fucking girls allowed. Only underage midgets. No, I'm kidding.
It's hard. I would think at some extent you're gonna have to like try to have a centralized location. You're gonna have as many people that can access wherever the event takes place. Like that's like one of the most important things. Otherwise, you're not gonna have people going. So that's like step one.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a very like close knit community.
We do. We have the best community because we're the closest and we have the most like pride of ownership.
Yeah, and people are into it. Like they're like hardcore. Like I can only speak for myself. I mean, I
girls.
obviously know you are like James, like Goose, Minnesota. Like go down the list. Bear
Yeah.
Court. Like we're here every day.
It's a pretty
Like
pretty
we
yeah,
are
pretty
so
good pretty
invested.
good crew.
We love this. Like we can't get enough of this shit. So
Dude, this could be broad.
I think we can like bank off that somewhat, like and like make something. It's gonna take a lot of work and there's a little bit of investment and a little bit of
but
risk
it
involved.
also,
But
yeah,
I
like
don't know.
I mean, if you talk to I don't know what kind of. It looked like some of the breweries that you had down there in Knoxville were pretty good capacity. So, like, would it be something that maybe you could gear up something where you're just talking to them and say, yeah, like a month before or 4 weeks or 3 weeks before it happens, we'll have the numbers. But is it cool if we host something here? And then they'd
Okay.
be like, yeah, fuck yeah, no problem. Like as long as you just find out like when you need to get your rooms by and have an idea of what the numbers are going to be.
I had more leverage in San Diego. I'm a ghost out here, and I love that. If I was to do this at Booze Brothers or Helia or something, like they would be totally on board. But I don't have that out here. Not to try to be a piece of shit, but Jorge Castro just brought a good point.
You have the personality though, where damn well you're going to be knowing these guys on a first name basis in no time.
Well, not only that, it's like, hey, if we do this, like you have this place for maybe another year or 2 years after this, like I don't know. It's a weird relationship leverage is a weird thing, but Jorge brought up a good point. Make a BarrageCon a nonprofit. Make it all donation based. No one will ever make money off this. I don't care if John Palmer or Charlie Papazan or Johnny Depp wants to show up. Like you're doing it voluntarily. Yeah. No one's going to make money off this. This will all go back into the entire weekend. And that's the bottom line. No one's going to make money off that. Where the money comes in, like you'd be like, hey, your Airbnb and airfare, that's on you. We need to rent out this room, and we need 50 people to come up with $25. And I'll fucking put up $300 of it or $500 of it.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
Oh no, same thing, same here. Like no problem dropping.
No,
thousands a little high. But like whatever.
I would love to have every single one of you and
no
people in chat to be in the same room. That would be like tremendous.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, even if it's just straight up like
fuck BrewCon.
We're going to this hotel at this date in this city.
Make it ourselves, like I said.
And then it's like, and then we're just gonna walk around the city as a crew.
Okay, so
like doesn't necessarily need to be a conference room.
So what do we do? First and foremost, you got to find a place that can accommodate like the legal amount. So like maybe do you think we could get 50 people to show up?
I think so.
I think so too. You think we get 100 people to show up?
Start selling tickets.
There's no tickets.
It just depends on is it tickets or is it just you're just saying we're going to Knoxville on September 23rd for BarrageCon 2022, and that's if you want to come show up. And then we're just gonna
so what do we do
there for 3 days? We got no plans. We're just gonna drink at pubs. Walk around and drink.
but here's the thing. It's like what about like someone that shows up? They're like, hey, I want to come in. And it's like, well, did you pay? Like, how's the verification work? Is there a phone or ticket stamp or a wristband? Like.
You just look at them, and if they exist, they are allowed in.
That's a good question, though. Like, you have to...
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, it depends.
Some drunk guy coming over from a wedding is like, dude, I brewed beer once. Let me drink all your Belgian homebrew. Like, dude, I'm going to fucking knee you in your fucking head.
I'll gear up a quiz.
I mean, there does have to be some sort of structure. And, like, I mean, this is, like, obviously we're all, like, really excited. But, yeah, that is a great question. Like, you kind of have to have, like, you can't be like, oh, let's all meet in fucking, Arkansas.
But the good thing about us, Noam, is we know a lot of each other. Like if Alia shows up or Justin shows up with 2 people, it's like, hey, this is my +2. It's like Barrage. Like cool. Like we know through YouTube or following each other on social media and all this bullshit.
Do Brew cruise. We'll just do a cruise. Head down to Miami and go on a cruise ship.
Just stab
And then you
myself.
don't have to worry about anything.
You have to get a face
I'd rather go
tattoo.
to Puerto Rico. Let's go down to Jorge's
So,
land.
all right.
What do we do? Do we change it every year? Because
Yeah.
I have an example. Not
right,
example.
here we go.
A suggestion. I think we started off with like a poll where people are situated in like
the
at least
demographic
United
of America.
States.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of where they're regionally located. Like obviously, James is in Canada. That's its own thing. But like,
Middle.
trying to
winter
figure out like
Canada,
where
most local.
your audience is. Like where people are.
I'd
I don't know.
imagine it's
Go from
probably
there.
close to me. I'd imagine it's probably pretty damn close to Knoxville or Asheville. So I have no problem doing it here. I just got to do a couple things. I just don't want to be the face of it. I'll promote the shit out of it. But I know people are going to be thinking, like CH is making money off it. And it's like that.
It's already
cares,
BarrageCon, so
though?
you are
Fuck
the face
'em.
of it, whether or not you're making money.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Who
already
gives a shit?
BarrageCon.
Okay,
And you know what?
I'm with
People-
Jorge. I'm with Jorge.
That would
I'm with
be like
Jorge.
the minority that people that would be like have a problem with the fact that you're doing this and like maybe potentially benefiting of it. Like the other people would be like, I can't. This is awesome. That's happening, and I'm not about to like fucking shit talk the dude that's like setting it up and maybe
you're right.
potentially be
I'm-
benefiting of it. Who cares?
You're right. I'm thinking about my loser friends back home. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
fuck
"Oh,
'em.
CH is making like more like T-shirts to sell." Like, yeah. No, my friends are the worst, but I'm the worst of them too. So it kind of checks out. But I think Jorge Castro's onto something. Sell a very limited amount of tickets via donation, and then scale up your capacity. Well, what do we do first, Jorge? Do we do the venue or do we do the tickets first? If push came to shove, I could fucking sell
Sounds like
a couple hundred tickets. If I want to be a cutthroat douchebag,
fantastic offline conversation and get some of the logistics geared up, and then
I'm getting psyched off this, man. And I think
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
talk to
let's do it,
Kyle.
man.
I'll talk to Kyle. I'll talk to Kyle and Clawhammer. Or I'm sorry, Asheville and Homebrew for Life. It's very. I'm sorry, Asheville and Knoxville. It's very like, hey, it's the exact opposite of LA and LA and San Diego. Roswell's called me out. I've been doing some drinking.
I had a pee. I'll be right back.
Hey, let's go 2 blocks to go to this brewery. Let's go 2 more blocks to go to that. Oh, nobody has to drive anywhere except maybe to the airport. Other than that, the smallest cities ever. You're like, hey, let's get dinner here. Boom. We woke up. We got coffee. Let's talk some shop. Maybe go on a run. San Diego, you can't do that. You cannot do that in San Diego. LA, you can't do that. Portland, maybe. Portland's a little bit bigger than a Knoxville. It goes Knoxville, Asheville, Portland in terms of like just walking around and hitting rad breweries and rad restaurants and rad coffee shops and it's just the world, man. Just seeing rad shit, People in Portland have, instead of dogs and cats, they have that. They'll just have goats and chickens out there and you're like, what the fuck, man? And that's cool for people to see who have never seen that before. But Portland's too expensive.
yeah, to be like it's come up where I'm at, Mount Uniac. You got we can rent out the fire hall for $50.
Here's what
We'll have to buy their beer off of their liquor license, but super cheap.
James, here's what I'll do. I will go around Knoxville. I'm going to talk to Kyle too because I think Asheville might be a better place.
Oh, I think anywhere. You just gotta. It's really just about having a. I think it's an accessible airport that's reasonably cheap flights. Like as long as you're not doing an airport that it takes like 5 transfers to get to, or $1,000 from somewhere, then
that's a good point too.
it'll be good.
That's a good point too. Like I said, like
somewhere like Nashville's a good airport.
Jorge Castro.
Probably down there.
Yeah.
Rhode Island, like over in Gnomes territory is probably ridiculously good flights from everything.
But it was like we said, like I think this is the most capital where people don't have to get flights. I think people can drive from here. So
yeah, no, if you have that, then that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find a big fucking campground. That'd be good.
Then shit gets too crazy. That's when people like me start doing. I start snorting mushrooms.
Sleep in the wrong tent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Getting the tin hut sheds and people breaking in.
Tin hut. Yeah, but I'm gonna go hit the head. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do some goodbyes and gonna think about
Yeah,
this.
makes sense. Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay,
much
hold it
done
down.
there. But yeah, it's good. Good talk there. So, where
Hold
would
it
the
down,
chat
James.
like to see the Barrage Fest happen? I mean,
BarrageCon.
I'd be happy to go back to sorry, not BarrageCon, Barrage Fest. No, not Barrage Fest, BarrageCon. Yeah.
BarrageCon.
Where do people want to see that happen? Like, what would be the ideal location? Like taken away where CH is or anybody's at. Like, where would you like to go? Like, I'd love a reason to go back to California or Vegas, but I think that's a little on the expensive side. Orlando's super cheap, at least to fly to, but it's probably expensive to sell for venues anywhere down there.
That's why I think like take somewhat of a poll where people are like situated in the world, I guess, and then go
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's a good
like
starting
honestly,
point,
it's just
at the very
the easiest place for people to get to. Or if it's like honestly, if it is a legit like if it's BarrageCon and it's the Homebrew for Life event, then we go to Knoxville. Like that's pretty straightforward. You just do that, and we figure it out.
30 dudes in a 2-bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get just everybody bring cots, and we'll just rent like 4 rooms.
Yeah.
Have 50 dudes in 4 rooms.
Sleeping bags. We all look like sardines.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Sign me up.
Cypress Hills. Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's where it starts looking kind of.
We're not calling it BarrageCon though, are we? It's not like BarrageCon, is it?
Yeah, it's already BarrageCon, and we're doing it in Regina.
I
for
will
Dope
say
Echo.
that
So, like,
I'm the one that coined that phrase. If we're using BarrageCon, but we can
Yeah,
do
you
it.
have to get. You'll get. That's where you'll get your commission from.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit about that. But I'm just saying, whatever we call it is cool by me.
Yeah.
No one's allowed to make money off this.
See,
It's all
you
you can
rolling
say.
up in his Bentley from all the money he makes off BarrageCon.
I'm like the sellout from basketball, showing up with like bling bling shit, wearing some like Barry Bonds.
Here's the thing, like I think I kind of alluded to, but like if as long as we have like most of the chat in like a physical like space, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, Happy
You know what I mean?
Hour
Like,
Live.
for real.
No, here,
you
if you want to, I'm with you. No, I'm with you, man. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. God damn it, I'm making
No, it's all good.
shit fuck face bigger. If you want to come and push your own merch to 50 people, that's on you. But no one's allowed to make money off this. We're gonna lose money off this for probably 3 years, and after that, it's like, hey, I don't know. You know, those whole Comic Cons, all that shit kind of started. You think the first one 30 years ago was a hit? Like, no, they all struggled and probably super awkward. Maybe there's a day like some guys can come in and actually like sell art or sell their beer or sell. I don't know, man. I'm a dreamer.
No, like if you're doing it at a con, like I mean, what is con? Or I guess con is H Homebrew for Life Con. But like you just figure like do you want to set it up like an organized thing, or is it just a meet and greet? Like we basically just set up as a plain meet and greet for your first one, and then find out if you want to do something organized some other time. I'll show up in this suit and a briefcase and do a presentation on how to make shitty beer or something like that.
What if this is successful and like we pull this off for 3 years and it's the coolest thing ever, and then 30 years from now it's like you show up, it's like
take over home brewing.
but it's all Nike and everything. We look back, we're like, man, remember when we like thought we had the purest thing in the world before it grew, and now it's all Gatorade and Nike and Spike Flexes sponsors.
Well, I will say
we're not even allowed in.
I will say this: there's definitely some personalities, especially Steve. Like Steve would like kill it, like he'd be, the keynote speaker, like breaking shit down.
That'd be cool.
Being,
Okay. So you have to. So no. So you have to have a karaoke. You'd have to have like a. Would you have to have a karaoke? Does somebody have to talk? Someone's got to give a speech.
Yeah, BrewTuber
I'm
karaoke
being serious,
contest.
man. I'm being very real, actually.
No. Would you speak? I will.
I mean, I would try, but I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm not the dude for this, to be honest.
But we would need that, like a karaoke Radio Shack.
I'll speak and talk if it helps pay my way there. But no, just kidding. I'd be happy to talk. I just have.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, did you ask me or him? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, to you.
Shug.
Don't worry. I just jumped in on it.
I feel like HomebrewCon is the dumbest thing ever, unless you have fucking brew tubers. Like, I don't care about HomebrewCon in Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh. If it's all teachers with PhDs, that means fucking nothing to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't fully like discount all that. Like if you're, a lot of people are real serious into it. Like I enjoy homebrewing.
I don't know.
Love making beer, but like some people love their I don't know, hearing like I don't know, Vinny, whatever his name is, live or something like that. And
But
good on them, but it's not worth $400 to me.
right. But James,
Or
learning,
$5,000.
yeah, but learning is very subjective. Learning is very subjective. Back in the day, it was like, hey, this guy has a PhD or a doctorate or whatever, master's, so his word carries more weight than the guy that doesn't. That doesn't matter anymore. I just want to know, like, if I feel a guy out and I could tell, like, Peter from Genius or know him or Apartment Brewer, it's like, I don't care if you have a degree or not. You could have a degree. I don't fucking care, though. You know? And all these people are like, hey, I'm going to frame this thing and put it on my, the background picture on the WizardCon or HomebrewCon thing that shows up. Like, I don't care at all. I don't care at all. I know what good beer tastes like. I know how to make it with shitty plastic shit. And I know how to save a ton of money. And if you want to go read a book that's that thick, that's fine. Live your life. Learn some shit. But I guarantee you there's us brew tubers out there. People are going to learn more about brewing and benefit more and maybe even get commercial jobs and own breweries that are going to fucking have that happen from reading your book or something. I don't know.
It's a stepping stone. It's a starting point. People.
I just don't think. I don't fucking care at all that you have a PhD degree and you've been teaching beer for 30 years. That means fucking nothing to me. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know, like David Heath knows recipe stuff, and he's been brewing a while. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like just as like, oh, look at my resume. I want to see you.
I would love if David Heath was on that card. I would love.
That's what we'll do. We'll use any ounce of profit to get David Heath over here.
Go for
He'd be the keynote speaker, and then Steve goes.
Yeah. No, he'll be just the opener.
Dude, that would be like seeing Kaiser Soze.
Just to make Steve super nervous. We'll make David Heath
and welcome
the early opener.
Can I just do shitty stand-up comedy for 15 minutes? Can I do a set?
Oh, I want you to. That's you have to.
I'll dress up as David Heath.
Like,
making fun of everybody that showed up.
Every YouTuber has to make their own routine.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I will. I don't think Clawhammer's going to be a believer. Maybe we don't need them. Maybe we do. I don't think we need them at all. Like if
So we're going lower. They've already made it. We need the non-makers.
Cheers, Benny.
But you guys have already made it.
I don't know. All I'll say is this: is like obviously we have a really strong community. Like we can make this even bigger. It would take some work and like some risk, but I think this is amazing. Obviously, you guys already know this.
It'd be good to like jump away from the the American Homebrew Club or whatever that crap is with. Like, it's not that it's crap at all. Like good on them for getting the community going, but like just the cost. It'd just be good to show something. Everybody get together, have a good time.
And it's been building too. Like, I mean, obviously,
is it coming back? Homebrew
channel, like pretty much any homebrewing channel. This is like a little bit different. It's like a stream, which all these guys like kind of like, gravitate towards. But like, I don't know. Everything's growing really. Like you see. New channels get to like 100, 200 viewers or subscribers rather in like no time.
With
I'm gonna shut up.
Don't say that. New rule. If you say shut up, it's the same as you apologizing.
Yeah.
No, we could do this, man.
Obviously, people are super interested in this because we're down to 33 watching.
No, this is cool. You know what? This is the diehards. This is like, when you get to the bottom of the smoothie or the bottom of the... This is the shit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because the viewer count, and it's like a low-handed fuck you.
But this is it.
We're also at 1 a.m. or whatever.
Well, not only that, but if we do this, because everything started out this way, whether it was Ragnar or a Mile Run or a Coachella or whatever, and sooner or later they were like, hey, let's make money off it. Like, everything started about the way we're talking about right now, and I'm fucking stupid, and I will put in effort to make this happen and see if people will catch on, and people catch on, it's going to motivate me to do it more. But like, we could make this the coolest fucking thing ever. We could make this like, it's not $400. We don't need to have a fucking cover band show up and play or a thing. It's like, this could be a very cool, like the coolest fucking underground thing ever.
Yeah. Like, what can you do for $20 tickets or something like that? Like
$20 ticket, dude. When you guys watch this video that me and Steve just went to Wicked Weed, like people shit on the auditorium in Asheville. Me and Steve were walking around, and it was phenomenal. Their pilot system is worth more than the car from Back to the Future. That was a horrible metaphor. It was a horrible one.
I see what you mean, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roswell's,
you
like,
had me
around with shit.
Me and Roswell's were going to do a duet. Yeah. So, no, I really want to think about this. And because HomebrewCon's next month, right? It's mid-June.
Dill Pickle, believe me, if I had my opportunity, I would just like skirt out and blaze up right now. So,
and we're doing this now. If this thing grows, it's like, hey, my buddies from BarrageCon, they're not selling tickets. They want in now. It's like, no, fuck all you guys. You didn't reach out to any YouTubers. You brought in PhD guys. You guys were all about trying to sell tickets, $400. Fucking suck a fart out of my ass. Sit on a dick and rotate. No. It's the people that were here from the beginning, the get go. Eat shit, motherfucker.
Yeah. 10 tickets, that's it.
Hey, we're selling 3 tickets.
We're happy.
If
Yeah,
we show up, the 3 of us.
We're almost at capacity.
Yeah.
And people better jump in.
We've sold out.
The only way to get a ticket is a
Wicked Weed on a Saturday night, though. Like, that's like the top of the heap. That would probably compete with like a wedding venue, and they probably make $5,000 a night. But I'll work my bullshit out. I'm a very A to B, bird's eye view type of person. I don't like small talk. Yes or no? Can you help us out? This will get big exposure to your establishment. Let us use you, and in the big picture, you can use us, and I'll make a video out of it. And I don't know. Is that a good salesman pitch?
That's sold. Yeah, easy.
Hey, we're gonna use you, but in the big picture, you're going to get your money back over 3 decades of life.
Yeah.
But let's get out of here. Does anybody have anything else to say?
That makes sense. I just finished my beer, so
let's get out of here.
Quite happy to.
Yeah.
And I gotta wake up for work in like 4.5 hours now.
Oh, you do, James? Hey, James, thank you so much, Barrage.
Nah, it's all good. Love
Hey,
showing up.
last thing. Maybe you know, if this place is cool or we can move it around. Maybe next year it's like Tampa Bay or this and that. Like that'd be super rad.
Anywhere is good. Nova Scotia, I got a
Nova Scotia
property. People can throw tents up, and as long as there's only like 30 people, I'm good. And I can do 100 people in my house, no problem.
All right. Well, we did pretty good tonight. We did 3 hours. That means I don't have to take it down. Shout out to everybody who's here. Much love to Noah. Much love to
I was
fucking
tame for
apartments.
once.
Yeah,
Get him out of here. Let's go to bed, everybody.
Yeah, we'll talk. Let's get some offline combos going on the.
We will.
Planning.
We will. Definitely will.
Cool.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We're out of here.
Good talk
Thanks
to
again,
everyone.
guys.
Cheers.
Much love.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.